Help me. Help me. Help me. Help me. Someone needs AC. I know, right? Someone needs to move. Someone needs to move to a modern building where they actually make those, but that's not gonna happen. Hello, everyone. Hello. Sorry for that Thursday stream jump scare. I know we don't normally do that here, but apparently we do now. Well, don't get used to it. Hello Lane, hello Zephan, hello Lemmy, hello Not So Alan. How are you guys? I hope you guys are okay. Those of you who are in Europe, stay strong. I'm on your side. Those of you who are in America and got air conditioning, don't talk to me. Those of you who are in America and don't have air conditioning, do talk to me. But those of you who have AC and keep being like, just turn on the AC, don't fucking talk to me. What? I just had an ice cream, but it didn't really do anything, so that's cool. At first, this stream in this economy. Well, I did a stream yesterday, right? And I know I only scheduled 2 streams, but I actually ended up not having anything to do like this evening. And I don't know, man. It's not like yeah, I don't like I can do much in this weather, to be honest with you. Like, it's just too hot. I don't feel like doing anything. I can't even like properly play video games because like the computer gets all warm or whatever, and it's like weird as well. Even now, like the fan is going off, and I'm like, what is going on? Nothing is even on, you know? Anyways, can we find a window unit? Yeah, I'll probably be okay. My new place is like seems to be much better built. I guess the building itself is not as horrible as the one I'm currently in. Like, this building is just terrible for like heat, and it's so funny because they always talk about British houses and they're like, oh yeah, the British houses, they're built to keep the heat in for cold winters. And I'm like, no, because my house is cold as hell. My house is cold as hell in winter still, you know? It doesn't make any sense. These houses don't do anything. So I did go to my new place, so I actually picked up the keys just earlier this week, so I officially have my new apartment. I also have no money because after all the deposits and shit. And I still had a month left of this one, but you know, what can I do, man? Literally, what can I do? Like, I can't like get an apartment immediately after this one expires. Like, that's not how it works. I need to leave somewhere, and I need time to move everything as well and furnish it, but it's okay. My parents are being very kind to me. Very, very kind. I have a problem, Lara. I put things in my jacket's pockets. Now it's too hot for a jacket. Where do I put my things now? You gotta get a purse, bestie. Okay, you gotta... I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to invest in a purse. Okay, girly pops put stuff in purses. That's good. So you want melt at your new place? I don't think so. It was, I mean, the weather wasn't as hot as it was like yesterday, because yesterday was the hottest day. But it was like very manageable in there, you know? It wasn't like super cool or anything, but it was very manageable in there. I think it's because like the building is not brand new, but it's more modern, and the window frames are not made out of Victorian wood. Because I have wooden window frames here, guys. Do you fucking understand how bad that is? The wooden windows? Like, what year was that? I feel like they haven't been doing wooden windows for like literal ages, man. I don't understand how this could possibly be happening. Hello, Alex. I don't know if I said hi to you, but hello. Victoria Sullivan, did you think we can get some money from it? You think if I like tear out the window frame before I leave, you think I can push that stuff on eBay or something? Like, it was like from the time of Henry. I wouldn't be surprised. Like even like Soviet architecture doesn't have wooden windows. So like how long ago did they build this stuff? But yeah, the rare Thursday Lara occurrence is today. Indeed. Ask Thursday Lara anything, she will answer. I don't know, I literally got like nothing to do and it's too hot to do anything. So I was like, might as well stream. I kind of thought I want to catch up with you guys anyway, since next week, I don't know about next week at all for streams. So, you know, I thought it would be good to just like go on 1,000 tangents, because like when I play video games, you know, I still rant when I go and play video games and I go on tangents and stuff like that, but I don't know, I figured might as well just have a dedicated like chatting stream, like an art stream. I could do some art as well, maybe, I don't know. I don't feel like touching the tablet because it also heats up. But I thought maybe we could draw some thumbnails for the weekend streams today, but so I don't know. If I feel like it, that's what we'll do. It'll get hotter next week. It will not get hotter next week. Don't even joke, lad. It will not get hotter next week. Next week it will actually be fine. Watch this. Weather app. Right now, just so you know, it's 8 p.m. It's 27 degrees, which is like messed up, man. The lowest it will be 20, which is like also messed up. And it won't get to 20. It's literally not gonna get to 20 at all. The lowest it will get to for the rest of like tonight is 23 degrees. It's gonna be 23 degrees until 5 a.m. That's not normal. And then the sun will, and then at 8 a.m. it's gonna start rising up to 34 tomorrow. But then on Saturday it will rain and it will be 21, and then after that it's gonna be lowering. They're promising 15 on Tuesday, 13 on Monday. That's the dream, man. That's the dream. That's the normal British summer. 15 degrees, that's the British summer that they promised us. Dude, okay, I cannot wait for that 13 degrees. Not good. I can't wait to wear a jacket in July. Oh my goodness. So they will get non-stop tangents? I mean, that's what the art streams are for, right? It's not really an art stream, but you know what I mean. Chatting streams. Can we watch some snooker? There's nothing on right now. There's nothing on right now. Unfortunately. I do have a snooker related tangent though, which is like my favorite snooker player got robbed. It's not a laughing matter, but apparently somebody broke into his house while he was away on a tournament. And I love how like rich people just like do that sometimes. And he posted like this inventory log of everything that got stolen. And it was shit like like 4 expensive watches, a sapphire necklace for his wife, and I'm like, okay, buddy, is this you talking about that you got robbed, or is this you flexing? It's so funny. The only thing I'm sad, well, okay, I feel kind of bad saying this, but still, you know, I just said that somebody stole money, but he was gonna donate to charity. That is messed up, okay? Charity money, you don't touch that. Everything else, I think it's ethical to steal people's, like, millions worth of watches. Sorry to be a hater. And this guy is my favorite. That's how little I support rich people like that. Oh, it's so fun. Somebody broke into my house in Beverly Hills and stole all of my jewelry. He does not live in Beverly Hills. I don't know where he lives, to be honest. Somewhere probably in the UK. Probably got like a mansion on the countryside, man. The snooker brings a lot of money. Can you guys believe it? You wouldn't think that. You wouldn't be like, oh, snooker players are rich. They are rich, man. I'm very sad to say that I follow like a lot of them on Instagram, which is embarrassing to admit. Like, why is she following snooker players on Instagram? And yeah, like they always be posting how they're on vacations in Dubai and stuff like that. They always be posting them stuff like lying by the pool. Okay, we get it. When you're not playing snooker like 3 times a year, you're literally like constantly on vacation. Like luxury vacation. Just find a snooker table and practice occasionally. It's chill. They stole his snooks. They did steal all of his snooks. Hi, Yuna, and hi, Spitfire, and hi, Raspberry. How are you guys doing? It's so warm, I'm melting. I'm not surviving. Prom dress shopping tomorrow. Ooh, well, hopefully the stores have AC. That's what we did yesterday. Me and my friend literally just like shopping hopped. We didn't buy anything. We were just like going from store to store, like building to building. That had ACs. Like we were literally just like going inside stores and then like loitering. We were at like this comic store and we kind of looked at everything, but I was like, it's so nice here, let's just stand around. So we were like literally just like loitering inside stores all day yesterday. Because yesterday was the hottest day they were promising this week. So at least the worst has passed, but tomorrow's gonna be pretty bad as well. Literally robbed. Yeah, they broke into his house like while he was away on a tournament to like stole stuff. Kind of crazy. Sorry, I'm trying to like catch up some of messages. Thursday, I was wondering why there wasn't a stream yesterday. Yeah, I was busy yesterday trying not to die. Yeah, I had some things to do in the evening yesterday, so I couldn't stream, but I might as well make up for it today. So I'm here now. House tour of my 40 million house in Cornwall. Hi Nero! Hi, how are you doing? How have you been? It's so bad my makeup melted off. My makeup like surprisingly has been surviving, but maybe it's because I've been spraying it with like the makeup. What is it called? It's like a makeup setting spray. It's like, it weirdly does work. I thought it was just a scam. I thought it was just another thing they tried to sell you to spend even more on your makeup routine, but I think the setting spray actually does do the job, and I got like a cheap Superdrug branded one. Imagine what the ones that are not Superdrug branded actually do. They're probably the goat. But the Superdrug branded one actually does the job. My makeup was fine, even though I was like sweating all day. It's too hot even for Pecco. It's bad, man. So bad. It's the Razzler, not the Razzler. I have to take showers every day because I sweat so easily. Well, you're supposed to take showers every day. Not the self-report. Not the wow, this heatwave really made me shower every day. Do I have news for you, buddy? My secret side of chocolate is not melting, but it's bending. Do you think because it's secret, the sun hasn't found it? Do you think if the sun doesn't know where the chocolate is hidden, then it can't melt? If you keep it... Dude, actually is a good theory. Maybe that's like something that people used to believe back in medieval or caveman times, you know? If I hide this from, like, the weather won't get it. Honestly, I've been psyching out the weather. I have been psyching out the weather a lot myself. So the trick is, again, I'm only gonna share this once with you guys, alright? For all of you who are struggling out there, here's the strat. You take a hot shower. Now, some people will think I'm insane, and maybe I am. But I really mean it, it works. So if you have to just trick your body and the environment. So for example, because the shower is hot, my whole body becomes hotter, and then I come out, and suddenly everything around me feels cooler. Okay? Like, the weather might be hot, but I'm hotter. And therefore, I feel cool. Ever thought about that? Ever thought about this trick? I'd rather dive into a pool of ice? Maybe something is wrong with me, because I keep telling people and nobody believes me. But I'm like, I'm messed up. I don't know what is wrong with me, but I will complain about the horrible heat, and then I'm gonna go take a hot shower, and I'm gonna go sleep under a blanket. Because I can't sleep without a blanket. I need my blankie, man. I showered hot earlier, but I always do, so I don't know. It literally feels so good to come out of the hot shower because I don't know why, but I guess because you're colder than the air. I mean, hotter than the air. It feels colder. The effect lasts maybe like 10 minutes max. But it's a good 10 minutes. I need a similar trick from anime. What do you mean from anime? Oh, you heard a similar trick from like super. Oh, like you have to eat. I heard that you can eat like hot, like soups and stuff like that if it's hot, and apparently it makes you sweat, so you kind of release all the heat or whatever, and then you also feel better. But I haven't tried that. I definitely don't feel like having hot foods. I'm gonna be honest with you, I do not feel like having hot foods at all when it's the like hot weather. I just end up eating stuff like tuna salads and sandwiches all the time. What I wouldn't do for some sushi right now, man, like actually. I just have to dissociate under the hot shower. So real for that, bestie. Can do that under a cold shower. It's true, the cold shower, like, it doesn't make you relax. It's like, that's the opposite. It makes you, kind of like stimulates your brain. And you just like, it just gives you adrenaline, and then you just start like all the tactical thinking. That's where all the tactical thinking comes from. If you need to plot against your enemies, maybe go take a cold shower. Hot tuna salad? Nope. Not hot tuna salad. Canned tuna. So it's cold. Everything is cold in the salad. My shower earlier was kind of warm, but it's been warm in 10 minutes now. I'm still boiling. Maybe I do just have messed up heat tolerance. Maybe it's because I'm a demon. Maybe I'm just more... Well, I am having a bad time right now, like, don't get me wrong. But maybe I'm just tanking it. I don't know what's going on, but it feels to me like everybody I have been talking to, even though they're experiencing the same temperature as me, they seem to be having like a worse time than me. I'm not saying that I'm having a great time. I definitely am not. But I don't know, the way they describe it, I feel like maybe they're... like, I am very uncomfortable. You know, I wish I wasn't going through this. I'm sweaty and uncomfortable, but I don't feel like I'm dying, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't feel like I'm about to faint or get a heat stroke, you know? I'm just, like, deeply uncomfortable, but I don't feel... You know, like I need immediate medical attention or anything like that. A lot of people have been describing it to me. They're like, I'm gonna faint. I'm gonna faint any second now from the heat. I'm like, okay, well, it's not that bad for me. I don't know. Hi, Aaron. They finally released a new trailer of a new Madoka Magica movie. Dude, talk to me when it's like actually out. They've been promising this Madoka movie for ages. Music at 35 Celsius screenshot on my weather app. Okay, 35 is bad though. 35 is bad. Just cool down my house before turning off the air conditioner. Outside is nicer. Yeah, my house, even when it gets cooler outside, it doesn't want to enter my house. I open both windows. I have a draft going. There's no draft going, man. I don't have a fan. When I say that I've been tanking it, I really mean it. I have been tanking it. I don't even have a fan, man. I only have fans. You guys. Get it? Anyways. I am... The One Piece remake is out. But they haven't even finished the original yet. What do you mean the One Piece remake is out? What are you talking about, bro? What are you saying by that? We were predicted 37 degrees so where I am for the past week for the intensely we only reached 33. Yeah, same here. They were threatening us with 38 degrees, but it didn't end up happening, which I'm grateful for. There was also like a random thunderstorm like on Tuesday or Monday night, and I was like, oh, maybe the thunderstorm, the heat wave is cancelled. It was not cancelled, but it was nice to hope. and dream. My bedroom literally absorbs the heat because the sun shines directly on it. Yeah, so that's what's been like happening to me as well. I just keep all my blinds down basically all day so that no sun enters it, because I realize that the sun is the main culprit. I keep the window open behind the blinds, but I have the blinds down, so there's still a little bit of air coming in. But I think the sun is actually what makes it all worse. And yeah, I am pissed off, by the way. I have something to tell you. I'm so pissed off about something. So for those of you who are unaware, because I'm moving, the vultures have been showing my apartment to potential new renters, which is kind of like, what is your problem, man? I literally still live here. And I have been trying to ward them off as much as possible, but they are like really persistent. Sometimes I generally will wake up in the morning sometimes, and I'll look at my phone and I got 3 emails, 3 text messages, and 2 missed calls. And I'm literally there like, it's 9 a.m. They're already on that grind, bro. So they keep being like, can I view your flat? Can I view your flat? Can I do a viewing of your flat? And I'm like, leave me alone. But like, occasionally I will let them. So I've been trying to keep it maybe like 1 or 2 viewings per week. So, you know, whoever messages me first gets it. So yesterday a guy wanted to bring someone to view an apartment, and I haven't had any viewings, I think, at all this week. Yes, I was like, okay, whatever. It was like at 5 p.m, but I actually wasn't sure if I was gonna be home yet. But I was hoping that I was gonna be home, but I actually ended up not being home. But I was like, okay, whatever. I left my window open when I was leaving in the morning, and I had the blinds down. And then I wasn't home until like 11 p.m. So, but I was getting home and I was outside. I was like, oh, it's so actually quite cool. Like the weather right now is quite nice because it's nighttime already. So I was thinking, I bet my apartment is really nice right now because I left the window open. He closed the window when he brought people to view the apartment. And he opened the fucking blinds. So he basically left my house under a magnifying glass to just let all the sun just like go through the fucking glass. I walked in here at 11 p.m, mind you, like that's night time. I walked in at 11 p.m. and I just get like blasted by hot air. Like I just accidentally walked into an industrial-sized oven, man. I was just there like, what the hell is this guy's problem? Why would he do that? Leave the place how you found it. So I have been extra pissed at them, but they've already been annoying me, but I've been extra pissed at them for that. So I was generally like, I'm not letting them in anymore. I don't care. I literally don't care. I got a month of his apartment left. I don't give a fuck. They can find someone after I move out. It is literally within my rights to decline them. I don't give a shit. I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be understanding, like, oh, well, they gotta do their jobs. I literally don't care. They're gonna fuck off. So I woke up this morning with a vengeance. I already had some messages and I was like, I'm gonna ignore them. I was ignoring their calls. I was ignoring their messages. I woke up with a vengeance and I was like, I am not answering to any messages from these people. I don't give a fuck. But I have been like, you know, looking at their messages about opening them. And one of them just messaged me something like, hey, Lyra. Is it true that my colleague confirmed a viewing with you at 12 p.m. today? And I was thinking in my head, well, no, that is not true, but I didn't answer. And then like an hour later, he messaged me again, and he's like, hey, so I spoke to, and then he says the guy's name, like John. I spoke to John, and he said it's okay. You said it was okay to come at 12, so I'm gonna bring some people. And that's when I opened the messages. And I started typing, no! I did not agree to any viewings today. Why is your friend John just lying? Like literally, why is he lying? Why is he making shit up? No, I did not agree to it. Like, what are you talking about? Bro really was like gaslighting his coworker. Like, yeah, she said it's okay to come view it at 12. Pissing me off, man. Pissing me the I even like went and double checked all of my messages, but I was like, yes, I did not agree to anything today. Like, what is their problem, dude? How much of your anime merch melted? It's actually, I hate to say this, but it's still in the suitcase from the last convention because I can't be bothered to unpack it. It's been like 2 weeks since Oshi Vision, man, and I still have it in the suitcase. I can't be bothered. It's probably fine in there, you know, away from sunlight. Yeah, it's okay. Baked the apartment. He literally, everything was warm. I was like, oh, let me have some water. The water was warm. Just leave the door and let them stand outside. That's the problem, dude. They all have a set of keys to my apartment, which I think is really messed up as well. Like, they just let themselves in if I don't let them in. Isn't that messed up? Okay, although there is something that seems to be warding them off really well, and that's the fact that they don't know how to open the front door. So the front door, the one that's downstairs to the building, is really messed up. Like, I think the lock is just old or what, but you really have to have like a technique to opening it, or otherwise you can't, even if with the key. Like, you have to like turn it a specific way. So a lot of them do struggle with the lock, from what I noticed. So sometimes they will like call me and be like, hey, I can't open the door. And I'm like, yeah, just bust the doorbell, I'll let you in. You know, so sometimes the door does act as an extra barrier, because they will try a couple times and they'll be like, oh man, I must have brought the wrong key or something. You'd have a deadbolt? But I can't do that from the outside, so obviously if I'm home, I'm just not gonna let them in. But if I'm not home, I cannot prevent them from coming in, because you can only do the lock from the inside, right? Like, I do the look thingy, but you can only do it from the inside. Isn't that right? I haven't gone yet. That's literally what I'm saying. I haven't gone yet. I'm still here. This is still legally my home. For almost a month. Like, it's not even funny. What is their problem? Imagine building a solar death ray in this weather. You don't even have to, it's all done for you. Use a paintball gun to ward them off. Okay, no, I'm trying to sue them. I'm trying not to have them sue me. Some people have had good ideas, like try to make the place look haunted, but it already does look haunted. But I'm not surprised, because, you know, apartments, good apartments, go really quickly. A lot of places I've applied for, they were basically like, sorry, we went with somebody else. Or they would be like, oh, we just had someone apply for this, we can't show it to you anymore. Okay? Like, actually, decent apartments, they go quickly. This is not a good apartment. Nobody wants it. I don't really know how to like explain this to them, but nobody wants this apartment, okay? It sucks. Of course nobody's applying it for it. They must have been doing showings for like, what, 3 weeks now? And nobody has taken it? Be for real, man. This is a huge city. Like, obviously something is wrong with the apartment. They gotta lower the price. And honestly, in a best case scenario, they gotta renovate it. Nobody wants this place. I'm just being for real with you. Nobody will ever want this place. So yeah, he was keeping the wasps out. I would rather have the wasps than these guys. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and I think the wasps are basically enemies of everybody, so low-key the wasps are my friends. If the wasp bites a real estate agent, the wasp is a hero in my book. I'm just saying. It stormed yesterday and it was the hottest part of the day while it was raining? Really? How come? Usually the rain feels quite cool, no? That is so strange. You finding a better place in London or moving away? I'm moving away. I got a job somewhere else and I'm relocating for the job. I'm very happy about that. They're like, please take it, please take it. Especially like, imagine them coming in and seeing how hot it is here. That's also probably like a major turn-off to doing it during these really hot weeks. Like, nobody's gonna want to see it. People already get tired from going up the stairs. Nobody can handle the stairs, man. I'm the strongest person to ever have lived here. I don't even care about the stairs anymore. When able to move into a new place, I can move now. I got the keys this week. I can move now. But it's unfurnished, so I'm furnishing it at the moment. So I ordered the bed. So the bed is the most important part, right? Once I got the bed, I can stay over there and then slowly order everything else. So I ordered the bed. I'm going down there next week to receive the bed and have it assembled. And then once that is done, I can basically start, you know, kind of staying there for longer periods of time and getting everything else organized. But unfortunately, it's not been easy, like traveling back and forth and stuff like that. And I still need to move all of my actual things, like boxes. But I need to get the furniture sorted first, I think, because it's gonna be really hard to place all the furniture with boxes around, right? So yeah, that's kind of what I'm gonna be doing. I used to live on the 5th floor, no elevator because it's a renovate commie block. Yeah, that's kind of where I live as well. I'm like on the 4th floor and it's hard because it's right under the roof and there's no elevator, but I'm kind of tanking it, man. I'm kind of tanking the stairs. My cardio is on point, I guess. It's really humid here, that's probably why. Yeah, it's really humid here too. But it felt kind of good when it rained, I don't know. You're not gonna build it yourself? Then why own a screwdriver? I'm gonna build some of it myself, but I have no idea how to assemble a bed frame. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know how to put together a bed frame. You're probably gonna laugh at me and be like, Lara, that's really easy. But look, if you order furniture and they offer you assembling services, honestly, why the hell not? Like, I'm gonna build most of like the normal stuff easily. Well, not maybe like the huge stuff. I'm gonna build most of like the smaller stuff, I think, myself. Like I built my desk on my own and the chair and stuff like that. But the bed frame, man? I'm not building a bed frame, I'm just a girl. What if I build it wrong and then the bed collapses under me? It's not something you take lightly. Assembly furniture is my favorite thing. I hate the passion. It can be difficult. It depends on what it is. I think most IKEA furniture is like fairly simple to put together, but you know. And isn't it better with like one of those electric screwdrivers as well? But I only have a manual one. At least you don't have to put up with the London shenanigans anymore. I'm gonna miss London, man. I'm not gonna miss the money that I have to spend on everything here, but I am gonna miss London. I'm gonna be honest though, I don't know, things are not really... I don't know, I didn't really notice a huge prices difference when I was buying stuff. Or like looking at things like restaurant prices and stuff like that while I'm moving. Compared to London, look, the apartments, definitely much better stuff for less money. That's 100% not even gonna argue. But for things like groceries and stuff like that, and like food in general, it didn't really feel to me like there was that big of a price difference. I don't know, it seemed about the same to me. I don't know if I'm just ending up in a place where it like is also all expensive or what, but I don't know. People always say how expensive everything in London is, but I'm like, isn't it like standard? Don't we all get the same products from the same brands? Surely the brands are not magically pricing their shit more just because you're in London. I don't think they can do that. Am I naive? Like, I don't think that's how it works. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Go to my father's land, Northern Ireland. Why don't you go to your father's land, Northern Ireland? Do they have a job for me there? I don't think so, man. I'm going to wherever the jobs are, and the job is where I'm moving. If they give me a job in Northern Ireland, I'll go to Northern Ireland, okay? I'll go wherever they're giving jobs at. Northern Ireland, that's what I was thinking, but I was trying to control myself because I didn't want to be that girl. Sorry, Bessie, but we're London. But I don't know. The thing is, I always liked London. Maybe I just kind of got the rose-tinted glasses of experiencing it as a student the first couple of years. I don't know, I always liked London. People always say stuff like, oh my god, London is so horrible. Oh my god, nobody wants to, like, what is going on with London? Why would you like London? But I like London, man. It's literally nice. Well, you can understand what I really like cities. I like big cities. I enjoy cities. I enjoy convenience of cities. I'm not a countryside person at all. I would be really bored living somewhere like the suburbs or something like that. You know, it's just not for me. People on the train never say hi. It's a social anxiety heaven. Nobody wants to talk to you. It's a social anxiety heaven in London. Everybody wants to mind their own business. Okay, it's perfect. It's literally perfect. You just made me realize something. When I pronounced London, I pronounced the O like John, like London. Yeah, in Russian it's also London. I know why it's London in English. I'm curious as to which part of England you're heading to now. Well, I'm not sharing it for my own privacy reasons. As a kid, we used to live on the 3rd floor. Mom had a big screen old school TV that weighed like 300 pounds. She convinced the neighbors to help. They were smug about it until they saw it. Like when she was moving it in. Wait, how much is 300 pounds? 136 kilograms. A TV can weigh that much? I guess it's like an old one. They're all pretty lightweight these days, no? I want to live in a city eventually. Suburbs suck so much. There's literally nothing to do there, man. It's just all the same people surrounding you. It's crazy. Just look, it's not Birmingham. You'd be insane to live here. Dude, if I got a job in Birmingham, I would have moved to Birmingham. Some of you people are fucking... I don't know what you're on about. I would go to Antarctica if he gave me a job there, okay? I would be packing my bags right now with 1,000 puffy jackets. I don't get to choose. I don't care where I'm going, man. As long as there's a job and a salary there, you will find me there. You know? I don't know how to tell you this, but like, it's not really a choice. I don't get to just be like, oh, I would like to live at this place and then just live there. And I need that job. Brum jump scare, so true. I hate living in Birmingham and I'm a born Brummy. I hope you get out, man. But you guys got so much metal music. The penguins will be chill. It's true. It actually is true. Looked up a 300-pound TV. My grandparents had one just like that. Why are your parents having 300-pound TVs? Are you guys okay? I looked up 300-pound TV and it's giving me TVs that cost 300 pounds because I'm in the UK. Oh, I see. It's like one of those big square ones. It's got the shelf underneath where you can put DVD players and shit. Well, cassette players, I guess. Damn, that thing is heavy. The one thing I actually like about Birmingham is the birthplace of metal. When I went there for the expo, all the posters were just like metal bands. Like all the advertisements were just metal band concerts. Oh yeah, I also met my new landlord, believe it or not. Which is crazy. Apparently he wanted to meet me, which I thought already was insane. Because just so you know, my current landlord, or my last landlord, or whatever you want to call him, he didn't, like, he just kind of threw me into this apartment, and once again, there were things wrong with it that needed to be fixed, like the fridge, remember the fridge story and some other things? And he legit, I haven't actually met him in person until I randomly ran into him in the building because he was there months later. And I didn't even know who he was because I didn't know what he looked like because I never met the guy. And I was just passing him by in the corridor and he was like, hi. And I was like, hi. And then he just goes, I'm the landlord. And I was like, okay. A bit late for an introduction, buddy. I wish I could find a good CRT TV. They're really expensive now. But what are you gonna use that for? How about if it's the dream to be exceptional in your field, you'll actually get offers from the other side of the country? Yeah, I guess like if you are really in high demand, then you could just, people sometimes will just be reaching out to you for work instead of you reaching out to them. That definitely does happen, especially if you're in really kind of higher up positions, like, you know, lead positions, management positions. Sometimes it does happen. Like a friend of mine's, her dad got reached out to a company and they were like, move to our country and work at our company. And bro actually packed up his bags and did that. Retro gaming, but you can well, I guess you can't because it needs like the old plugs right at the back. I'm sure if you like set up notifications on those like secondhand sites or something like that, you'll probably come across it eventually. But yeah, anyway, so my new landlord actually wanted to meet me, which was insane. So I was like, because I went to pick up the keys at like the real estate agency, but the lady called the landlord saying that I'm picking up the keys, and he told her I'm gonna come meet her in an hour at the apartment. And she was like, he's gonna come meet you at the apartment. And I was like, what the hell? Am I in trouble? So yeah, he came and I spoke to him and he was actually really nice. And he showed me everything. He showed me where to take out the trash. He showed me where the meters for electricity and stuff like that were. He told me how to do everything, how to like pay rent. Like all the utility suppliers that are currently on. He turned on my water boiler. He literally did everything. He offered me some help with like some of like moving stuff. So yeah, I was literally there like, holy shit. This guy is like involved. What the hell? I have like trust issues though, because the whole time I was standing there and I was thinking, but what is the catch though? Isn't this guy literally, isn't he like supposed to hate me? Isn't it his job to hate me and beat me up every month and just take all the money out of my wallet? Isn't that what he's supposed to be doing? I was literally there like, what is going on? Why is he being... Why is he being nice? That sounds like a normal landlord girl. I think you're just used to being treated terribly. You can say that again. Toxic me after a toxic relationship with my landlord. Who's this really nice guy? What the hell, man? No, because the last landlord didn't explain anything. Nobody explained anything to me. They just gave me the keys and they were like, have fun at your new apartment. And I was like, Okay, so who's the electricity provider? Who's the water provider? Who's like doing this? Who's doing that? What do I do? How do I do? Like it was literally just all in the in the air. I had to do investigation to find out who the electricity was. Like, you guys know you can just change your electricity provider and stuff like that? How does that work? Okay, genuine question. Does anybody know what the hell that means? Because I was talking to the new landlord and he was like, yeah, so the electricity provider here is this, the electricity and gas is this. But if you want to switch to another one or go with your old one, you can just like call them about it. And I was like, you can do that? I'm sorry, I feel so stupid, but I don't know how that works. Like what, you get the same gas, but you pay different people? How the fuck does that work? I don't know, how does that work? They're like, oh, we're providing the gas now, but how? I don't understand, guys. Or electricity or water or whatever. How does that work? How does that work? I just thought it was a thing. Never did I, but the landlord was telling me about it and I was like, oh, I can just like keep my old provider or switch, and he was like, yeah, if you got better rates of another provider, you can just do that. And I was like, but how does that work? Genuinely, how does that work, man? I don't understand. There's a bunch of sites here that advertises them finding you a better deal for electricity providers. Yeah, that's what I've been seeing around as well, but I'm like, how does that work? The grid should all be connected? Slots levers electricity bill? What the hell? You better win that. You lost my electricity bill. How am I gonna pay the bills now, brother? How am I gonna do that? Worst thing you want to hear is there's only one provider in the area? I didn't even know that was a thing, man. I thought it was always just these people give the gas to this building, these people give the electricity to this building, these people give the water to this building. Trip around for better rates. I had no idea you could do that. I thought that you just get stuck with like whoever is currently providing. What the? How do they have different rates? Doesn't it all come from the same fossil fuels, man? What does that mean? I don't get it. Like, they all get it from the same place. Why are they charging you different amounts for it? Why do they have different rates? And how do the ones that have lower rates benefit than the ones with the higher rates? How do they benefit from it? You know, you don't have their prices too low or something, right? And then how do ones with the higher rates survive if nobody wants them because they have higher rates? How does that work? I don't get it, man. How does it work? If you get solar panels, you can become the provider? That's literally not even true. My parents have solar panels on their house and they still pay for electricity. I think they pay less for electricity, but they still pay for electricity. How much will shipping one of my CRT TVs cost to ship? You have multiple CRT TVs? Why? But yeah, I don't know, I was just kind of, it just kind of opened my eyes. I was like, I don't know, do I want to shop around? How do I even know? I guess I do probably want to see who's like the cheapest provider. He did recommend me a couple that were supposedly supposed to be quite good. He also said that I could call the current provider for the building and be like, my current provider does it cheaper and they will lower the rate. And I was like, what? You can like bargain with them as well? What is how? Ask your neighbors? Maybe I will. I only have one neighbor actually. Well, not one neighbor. There's only one other flat. And they're a family. Like it's a family with little kids. So I think they're gonna be really chill, which is also makes me very happy. I just hope I don't annoy them. But it's okay. From the looks of it and the way the building is, I don't actually think they're gonna hear me much. especially with like a closed door and stuff, so it should be okay, it should be chill. My only complaint about the new place is that there's carpet everywhere, apart from the kitchen. But everywhere else, it's got, you know, like the wall-to-wall carpet covering the whole floor. But, you know, I guess the sacrifice I'm willing to make if it means living a better life overall. I'm gonna have to get some kind of shelf to put my PC on, because I learned that you're not allowed to have your PC on the carpet. Oh, that's really bad. Oh yeah, not the bathroom as well, sorry. Everything except for kitchen and bathroom, but everything else does have carpet. The carpet doesn't look old, does it? No, actually the whole apartment was just renovated, so I'm the first person to live in it after it's been renovated. So the kitchen is brand new, the bathroom is brand new. Everything is literally like nice and freshly renovated in it, so. Like, I'm assuming the carpet is also probably new or at least cleaned. Like, it didn't look yucky or anything. I am still gonna give everything like a good vacuum and wash, so, you know, that's cool. I literally, like, I got such a good deal on this apartment. I'm very happy about it. Like, it seems very chill. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm very happy. It's definitely gonna be an upgrade from the way I'm living right now. I hate installed carpet. Yeah, my uni accommodation had the carpet everywhere and it was also really annoying. Have a Russian friend who said wall carpets are a Russian thing. Thoughts? No, wall carpets are a thing in a lot of countries. I think even Persian people have them, for example. You know how Persian carpets, people always talk about those. That meant to be really expensive. Russians will tell you that like everything is their thing, like they invented the fucking world. Don't listen to them. It's just definitely like a very Eastern European thing. It's an Eastern European Slavic thing for sure, but it's not like an exclusively a Russian thing. Wall carpets are good for acoustics. I bet the carpet on the floor is also good for acoustics now, or at least for like sound isolation. Like they won't be hearing my footsteps, that's for sure, or at least way less. You know? Not just a landlord, especially with a fresh coat of paint. No, everything genuinely looks like brand new. Like the kitchen looks brand new, the bathroom looks brand new. It looks like they actually, you know, renovated everything. They probably did repaint the walls as well. One guy from Kiss always claims to have invented stage diving. Or the hand symbol and stuff. I believe him. Gotta get a vacuum now. I do have a vacuum. I have a really good vacuum. I hated vacuuming, so there was a vacuum that came in my apartment, but it fucking sucked. It was like old and heavy and annoying. So I actually, maybe like a few months ago, I got a new vacuum that's actually good and it's wireless. You know, you just charge it on a charging port and then you can just walk around without having a cable or anything like that. It's really nice. So you don't have to worry about the cable or like replugging it in another room. And literally, I was like, wow, I don't hate vacuuming anymore. It literally feels good to vacuum now. Because the vacuum is actually good. It's crazy how sometimes you just kind of like improve the quality of your life, man. It's actually kind of insane. You don't really think about it. Sometimes you're like, oh, I really hate doing this. Or like, oh, this part of my life is really bad. But then it turns out you just have to like spend a bit of money on it. Does the vacuum have Wi-Fi? Yeah, free Wi-Fi for everybody, guys. Connect to my vacuum. Connect to my Roomba Wi-Fi, bro. But to get a big fan, maybe I should get a fan. Well, you're saying you guys are not big fans of me? It's kind of messed up. I found out why Reese's Russian sounded off in the Chainsaw Man movie. Yeah, because it's not a Russian person, dude. Who cares? Like, actually. Binational Russian VAs in Japan, but they don't usually cast those people for Russian characters? Dude. I mean, they have a Russian character in an anime like once every 20 years. Like, of course we don't keep, like, Russian VAs on speed dial. Like, they don't fucking need that. When I see if tomorrow I can repair my old USB fan. Good luck, bestie. I should really get a fan, maybe, but I don't know. I keep postponing it because I keep thinking, oh, but it's only gonna be hot for like a week. And it's like the worst week of my life. And it's like a week of suffering. But then it ends, like literally next week. I'm telling you, after Saturday, it's gonna be 20 degrees again for a week. You know? It's literally like... It's gonna be 13 in the evening and 15 in the evening. That's really nice. And it's only gonna be up, like 26 is gonna be the highest, which is like a very pleasant temperature. I love my room, but attach a knife to it, it protects your home. So true, bestie. So true. No, Russians are apparently very popular in Japan. That's a red flag. How can a nationality like be popular in another country? Like that's not a thing. Girls in Panzer had Russians. Akira Maid Wars had a few Russian girls. Russian mafia shows up a lot. Okay, but those are old as fuck, dude. Russians being popular in Japan is very surprising to me. I was like really hoping that that one like Russian girlfriend anime was not gonna do well, and luckily it really did not. Because I was like, if this shit goes viral and people talk about how they talk about the commie can't communicate, and all of us like our Nagatoro, you know, those like girlfriend experience shows. Okay, maybe it's only a couple years old. Okay, but saying Russian mafia shows up, that you do realize what you're saying. You can say the same thing about Hollywood. You can be like, oh, but Russians are really popular in America, but all the Russians that they ever have in American movies are criminals. Whenever they have Russian, like actual Russian actors playing in American movies, they're always playing some kind of criminal. Like it's always just like crime rap. I don't think that means that they are popular. Those songs look terrible. I know. The girlfriend experience was a nightmare. I'm so glad that trend seems to be kind of over, more or less. I heard Ayla is getting season 2 though. Who the fuck is Ayla? That's not a real name. Evil rap. Dude, I mean, okay, first of all, deserved. Hi, and how are you doing? Okay, first of all, justified and deserved. Second of all, I don't really think that means that they are popular. Like, if your nationality is constantly being represented in either like historical war stuff or as criminals and mafia, does it really make you mean that you are like well loved and popular? I don't really think that's the case. I think it just means that there's like a stereotype that they're all criminals or the mafia or whatever, and that's like the only association. Like I think there is like a big association with like a lot of Eastern Europeans in general. You're like, oh yeah, this group of people, they're all criminals. Like, it's just kind of how it is, man. Are you saying, Lara, that you, a Russian demon VTuber, aren't evil aligned? I mean, it depends on who you ask. It depends on who you ask. It's really funny. I was actually... I don't know if I should tell this story. I don't really want to get too deep into the stuff, to be completely honest with you. But I think it's definitely no secret that like the Russian, like being Russian is like considered a somewhat negative character trait, especially in the past few years. So like, I remember I was at the movies and we were actually watching the Chainsaw Man movies, and these people So I was there with a friend and like their group of friends who I've never met before, and I think one of them was from like a Russian speaking country that wasn't Russian, because there's a bunch of those countries, especially like almost like post-Soviet countries. People there tend to speak Russian even to this day. So I think they were like from one of those countries, and after the movie was over, I accidentally overheard their conversation because they were sitting like away from me a little bit, and one of them was telling like the person who spoke Russian, like, because I guess they were like discussing the movie, and then I just heard like one piece of their conversation, which was, yeah, but you only speak Russian, you're not Russian, therefore you have a soul. I was like, holy shit, man, this is not... This is not a safe space, man. Unfortunate stuff is going over there. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm seriously like not offended at this stuff. Like, I understand why people have a negative view of it. Absolutely insane statement. Like, you know, I'm not a victim. You gotta understand that, like, I'm not a victim. I don't think I'm a victim. I never will be a victim, because just like of the position that Russia is in, like, I really don't think that like there will ever actually be like, it will be justified to like feel sorry for Russians. Like, I don't know, man. So I don't really care. Like, people, I'm not gonna be like, oh, people harass me or anything like that. I really don't think that's true, so it's kind of whatever. It literally doesn't matter to me. Russians don't have souls. Dead rose emoji. It's true, they don't have souls, man. Found out Lev from Haikyuu is supposed to be Russian. It's kind of a Russian name. Yeah, but it's still crazy to say. It's so fucking, like, insane, but I don't know. I get, like, this kind of offhanded comments, like, sometimes. I remember, like, a repairman, I think, came to my place once, and we were just talking, and he was like, oh, where are you from, by the way? And I was like, oh, I'm from Russia. And he looked me dead in the eyes, and he was like, I can't believe you just, like, admitted that. He was like, you know, most people who are Russian don't want to say that they are Russian. And I'm like, look, brother, we're not oppressed. Like, what are you talking about? She was like, really? You just like admit? What am I supposed to do? Do you want me to fucking lie to you? And be like, oh, I'm like from here or something like that. Yeah, I'm from the UK. Don't mind my accent. Just having a wee bit of fun. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's really not that deep to me. Like, I think people can say whatever they want. Like, I'm not being oppressed. I'm not being, like, attacked or anything like that. I just think people are angry, and that's okay. Is Vodka from Detective Conan Russian or is he Japanese? There's a male character named Vodka in Detective Conan. Like the fucking horse in Uma Musume. A Russian girl in my art class told me she despised VTubers once because she saw the vocalist stuff on my phone. Oh wait, that's really good. That is actually really good. I don't have any Russian friends right now, though, I'm gonna be honest. Well, that's not true. I have one Russian friend, but she's like my childhood friend from back when I still lived there. So it doesn't really count. I don't have any like other Russian friends who are like living abroad. A lot of them are not really like in my tax bracket. They're all like really rich people. And they want to be doing like rich people things and stuff like that, and they don't really like have jobs or anything like that. Like they're just living off of like family wealth forever, basically. Members of the evil organization Detective Conan are named the Alcohols, and after alcohols. So yeah, they're named the Alcohols. My dyslexia is like stronger in the heat or something. Hold up, I'm gonna get like, I have a hand fan. Does that count as a fan, guys? I got one of those like Japanese hand fans, you know, like the round ones, and it's got Shishura button on it. I'm just gonna be like moving it around like crazy. Just give that wealth to me. They should, man. I wish I was a Nepo baby. Like, a lot of them are just Nepo babies living abroad, unfortunately, but you know. Just kind of how it is, because the truth is not that many people can actually afford like moving abroad and stuff. But yeah. Sometimes I will hear people speak Russian in the streets and I get freaked out. I'm like, oh, I hope they don't know why I'm Russian. Maybe I am part of the problem. I'm like, oh, people fucking hate Russians, and then I'm doing the same thing. I'm like, if I see a Russian, I cross to the other side of the street. Yeah. What else? I'm just trying to think what else did I want to talk about, but I'm kind of forgetting. Their boss is 140 years old, and what's his secret to a long life? What's his diet like? She went Flower Walker was a VTuber. Confuse her with Rin Penrose. I know, it says I'm dying from heat and my brother is sick, attributing to suffering with his body heat and stinky socks. That's why you don't spend hot days with men, man. They're like their heat generation is like 3 times more than women's. They're just warm. They're just warm at all times, like extra warm. You don't want to be around men. They're just warm and stinky. It's just the truth, sorry. Just don't speak Russian in America. Because when a Karen hears someone speak not English, she'll go feral. Well, now I wanna do it. But don't worry, I'm not in America. Not really gonna happen to me. Gin and vodka are the most iconic villains from Detective Conan. Do they kiss? Genuinely, do they kiss? As a man can confirm. Something about being a man that just turns you into like a human oven. I don't know what it is. Not me, I'm always clean. Didn't you just say that you had to take a shower every day because of the heat wave, which implies that you weren't taking a shower every day before that? I'm on to you, man. I'm fucking on to you. So it tells you not to do something, you have to do it. Sometimes, if you got that kind of personality, sometimes it really does feel like it's your obligation now. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind coming from my fan. I don't know if it's bad or not, but I'm just gonna use it for a bit and then I will calm down, I promise. That wasn't me. No, I'm not talking about you. You can have of men after the AMAC collapses and Europe is plunged into an ice age. So true, bestie. I don't know what that means, but I believe you. I actually have no idea what the fuck that means. I need to like not say so true, bestie, to a message, but I like barely understand the meaning of. That could paint me like in a really bad light. In America, there's 2 moods for non-English speaking in public. Either wow, that's so cool, or going feral. Okay, but the wow, that's so cool, what does that even mean? Like, what, like, this person speaks a different language? What's so special about that, man? They're just from a different country. What are you talking about? Da da dum. I actually, the other day, I was invited to an art, well, what is it called? Like a graduate exhibition at my university to see some of the works from the recent graduates that are just graduating this year. My professor invited me, obviously, because I messaged him that I got a job and he got like really excited and he was like, I have to come. He was like, you have to come. So I was like, okay, sure, I'll come. And then he was like, come at 5 p.m. or whatever. I was like, okay, I'll come at 5 p.m. Nothing changed there since I went to that place, you guys. Because I came at 5 p.m. I texted him like, hey, I'm just outside the building. Because he was like, I will get you in. Because, you know, I can't get in. They have like a card gate and a security guard there. So I was like, hey, I'm in. I'm like, I just outside the building, like, let me in. And he just ignored me. When I called him and he ignored me. And when I literally messaged him the words, "Why do you hate me?" crying emoji. And he still ignored me. I could see his ass online on WhatsApp, which was like the worst part as well. So I was like, what the hell is this guy's problem? He literally invited me here? Why is he doing this? And then I saw standing like in like not too far from me was a girl who I actually recognized. She went to my class. And so I came up to her and I was like, "Hey, we went to class together." And she was like, "Oh yeah." And we were like chatting and I was like, "Are you waiting for, you know, the professor?" And she was like, "Yes, I'm waiting for him." Like, "Where is he?" I called him and I was like, "Yeah, me too." Okay, so you know how we came at 5 p.m.? He didn't show up until 5:40. Okay? Bro fucking abandoned us for 40 minutes when he finally came down. I was like, wow, absolutely nothing changed in this place. Zero things changed in this place. They will have someone text you hi and you text back and they just don't say anything else. Yes, that's my professor. He actually, for a while, like this whole 3 years, ever since I graduated, he would just randomly message me like, "Hi, Lara." And I would reply to him like, "Hi." And then he would just not say anything else. My theory was that he's been checking that I haven't killed myself, since he knew I've been jobless. Sometimes he would send me job postings as well. But yeah, I messaged him, you know, a few weeks back like, "Hey dude, I finally got the job." And he got like really excited. He was like, "You have to come to the exhibition." And I was like, "Okay." So then we finally, you know, he let us in, we were inside. What was his excuse? His excuse was that he for some reason thought that we could just walk in. Even though we are not students there anymore, we don't have student IDs, we don't have passes. His excuse was literally that he thought that we could just walk past the card gate and the security guard standing next to it. That was his excuse. Because then he finally picked up the phone. I was like, "Dude, we've been standing here for ages. Where are you?" And he was like, "Just come in." And I was like, "Nah, they can't." And he was like, "Oh, okay, I'll come get you." Which is like, don't you work here? Don't you know how this works? You've been here for ages now. Do you notice every time you come into work you have to tap a card for a gate or what, brother? I guess he never noticed that. But anyways, art professors. So we were finally in, we were just like chatting, you know, the girl who was my classmate, she also is working at a nice company, so we were like just chatting about stuff. And then the professor was like, "Okay guys, I need you to go and talk to my students, because some of them think that they're gonna get a job tomorrow." And I was like, "Okay, I have several things to say to you." First thing first. Maybe I'm too woke, but maybe they should get a job tomorrow, okay? But that naive shit aside, why do I have to break the news to them? Like, why does it have to be me? Crash their spirits? Yeah, that's literally your job. You gotta convince them to go on their dreams, but like they already graduated, man. You know what I mean? They already graduated. Convince them to change majors. They literally can't. They're graduating. This is their graduate exhibition. This is their final work. They're done with school, okay? Like, it's just so insane. And he was like, "I want you to talk to them and tell them that it's only downhill from here." Dude, going to that exhibition radicalized me. I feel like it should have made me feel really good about myself, because the whole time he was introducing me to people and he's like, "She's gonna be working at this really cool company. Oh, she got a job at this cool company." And I'm like, this should be really good for my ego, but it actually just makes me really sad for these new graduates, because like I've been through it. I had some dark thoughts while I was looking for the job, so you know, I don't wish that on anybody. If I was the queen of the universe, they would all have jobs. Like, I'm not even kidding. I don't care, man. I'd be opening 5,000 indie studios and hiring them. We'd be making the next Cairn. He doesn't want to be the one to tell them. It's actually kind of crazy. Hi Phoenix, how are you doing? Tell them they're doomed. Well, obviously I didn't tell them that. Low-key, their work was good. I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought that their work looked better than the work that my year was producing at that stage. So I think maybe the university, maybe it was the COVID effect as well, that we barely got anything done. But I was looking at their work and I was thinking, this actually does look like very decent. I don't know if it's something that gets you hired, because I'm gonna be honest with you, the companies want you to be producing like industry standard level shit, but I thought that they had like a good foundation. It looked good to me. They just need to keep working on their portfolios, you know, so that's pretty much what I've been telling them. But like I got like completely bombarded by, you know, fresh graduates who were all like, how did you get the job? Mike said you have a job, how did you get the job? And I was like, look. I don't know, man. I wake up every morning. And I thank God, even though I'm not even religious, but I wake up every morning and I'm like, thank you so much. Like, my life will be real fucking different starting July, okay? Like, I'm just there like, look. Hey there, kiddo. Did you like your time at uni? How about doing it again and right now? They might have more like going back to school and getting a STEM definition. Yeah, so you want them to take more student loans. How do you get the job? Pure and adulterated luck. I don't know how it happened, man. I mean, I just applied for the job and for some reason they liked my portfolio. It's kind of crazy. What I somewhat envy about artists is able to easily expand your portfolio. It's a bit of I don't know. It's a strange thing, because technically, if you are going for art jobs, yes, your portfolio will be what they're looking at most of all. But you know, they still wouldn't hire you without experience for like most jobs, and like your portfolio needs to be like really good for them to consider hiring you without experience. And they're still gonna make you do an art test no matter what. They even make seniors do art tests. It's not something that they only make juniors do. And what else? Like, basically, the problem with portfolio though is that it takes time, right? It takes a lot of time. And like for some people, you know, after uni, they need money, so they immediately go working at retail. And after they finished working at retail for the day, they come back home and they're like, well, I don't fucking want to work on my portfolio now. You can just make a thing and then put it into your portfolio. I really wish it was that easy, bro. Like, I actually do. Okay, it obviously depends. It obviously depends on what field you're in. But like most 3D work, it will easily take you several weeks to get one piece out. If you were talking like game industry standard. Because you gotta sculpt it, you gotta texture it, you gotta bake it, you gotta retopologize it or whatever. Like, the 3D pipeline fucking sucks, man. It's gonna be taking you, like, even for my lighting work, it will take me several weeks to get like a lighting piece that I'm happy with. So, you know, people like after straight out of uni, what are you gonna be doing? You're gonna be like, even for me, like, right, I've been just doing commissions, mostly commissions, and like conventions, but like even with that shit, it's fucking hard, you know? Like, I just spent all day doing commissions, or like I've just been convention prepping for a month, or like I'm spending my whole weekend at the convention. Like, when am I gonna be making that 3D portfolio, even in that case? And I had one of like the better work schedules, like I was very flexible. Right, but it was still like a lot of work to get even like the lighting portfolio that I had together. Gotta suffer for your craft. You see, that's what I think is really annoying. I really don't think that that should be the case. I actually am like so done with like the you gotta suffer You gotta suffer to succeed kind of thing. It makes me really sad. I think I definitely went through it. But yeah. It's definitely something that I went through, but I don't want to, you know? It sucks. I don't wish it on anybody else. So, I don't know, man. Talking to those new graduates, it made me sad. It made me sad. I was just like being like, you have really good work. Just keep at it. Just keep applying. Just keep working on your portfolio. You know, you gotta keep working at it. I kept being like, look, it took me 3 years to finally land the job. I think you can do it. Maybe even faster than me. If you really dedicate lots of time to it. Because, you know, I don't know what their financial situation is, right? Are they going straight to living with their parents? And are they just going to have lots of free time to continue grinding on their portfolio? Or do they have to immediately get some kind of job and then they're going to be working, you know, like long hours and then they get home and they're tired? Do they only have weekends to work on their portfolio? You know, it's just kind of like that. I mean, a lighting artist I've spoken to for like one of the mentorships. I told them to do lots of mentorships. That was my main advice because this other girl who also got a job, she was also telling them all about mentorship. She actually did the same mentorship that I did. So we were like, okay, maybe this is like a maybe it's like a proven way to get into the industry. So yeah, that's what I've been telling them. But one of the artists I spoke to during a mentorship I was doing, she was literally like, yeah, I gave myself a goal. I really wanted the lighting artist job, so I set myself a goal. So every single day, she worked on her lighting for like 4 hours. So she would be done with like all of her other work or whatever else she had to do that day, and then from like 8 p.m. until like midnight, she just sat there. She just sat there and did like lighting art every day. Which is like, I think that's like an okay amount of time to, you know, give to it, but you know, I don't have that kind of discipline, man. I have ADHD. But how much pain is worth it? I think it's good to be challenged by something and improve your skill in the process, but suffering, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think so. There's like this big, I don't know, there's like this big like idea that you make a really good art when you're like depressed or whatever, and they're like, oh, all good artists were depressed. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's just, I think there is certainly kind of like a value to art that you make when influenced by emotions. But the truth is, it's just not worth it to stay in like a horrible state of mind just so that you can produce more art, if that makes sense. I'm only doing the suffering part without the craft or the art. I'm afraid you're gonna have to do that. I made no art when I was depressed, that is a lie. I think it like heavily depends, because like sometimes I will be like really heavily influenced by emotions and I'm like, oh, I really want to make something. But to be honest with you, I also kind of get that, because sometimes the stuff I will make while like really influenced by emotions or whatever, it's not even any good. Like, you know, it's just, it's really like unpolished or whatever, like it doesn't look great. I will sometimes make stuff afterwards and it looks good, but because I'm like, you know, post the thing and then I'm just processing it. And then it turns out pretty good, I think, rather than something that's like actually in real-time mental breakdown art. I don't think that really works, man. But no one wants to buy your happy art? I will agree to that, because like everybody eats up really sad duck with a knife songs, but nobody likes the happy duck with a knife songs. It's kind of true. I think Vocaloid community has like a huge issue where they fucking hate happy music, because a lot of Vocaloid fans are like mentally ill teenagers. I'm allowed to say this because I used to be one. So they're like, I don't like happy music. But then they also will go on Twitter and be like, why is everybody making edgy music? I was like, bitch, because nobody wants to listen to anything else. Like, what the fuck you want me to say, dude? Death in Paradise, 13,000 views. talking about me Tonary on version 600 views. The numbers are right there, okay? The numbers are literally right there, okay? If there's no trigger warning in the beginning, don't bother. Not interested. Nobody wants to hear a song with happy topics or whatever, man. Like, it's crazy. Haven't made a whole database full of stupid ideas to maybe potentially make? You should make it then. You have my face being Wawaka and Michiam. Okay, that's two very different sides of the spectrum. That's kind of fun. I do like a bit of Michiam occasionally. It's a black metal, sludge metal mindset. What the fuck is sludge metal, man? The Smiths are popular. Okay, but the Smiths are relatable. But you know, I think you can still make sad shit. Even if you're not like necessarily sad though. It's not like you can only make sad works. I honestly think that like when you are actually not driven by emotions and you are actually like rationalizing and analyzing your art critically and you're not like actively making vent art, I think it's honestly like it comes out better. I don't really think some people think that like, oh, I wrote the song while actively crying, that's why it's so good. Like, no. That's not how it works. That's literally not how it works. But I don't know, man. Some like I think people just like stuff that they can relate to, and I think it's just maybe it's just like the new generation as well. Maybe they just don't have a whole lot of like happy shit that they can sincerely relate to and stuff like that, right? Even mainstream pop artists, a lot of their music, when you listen to it, it's literally just all about breakups, man. It's just they all just sing about fucking breaking up with people or loving people or whatever. Like 90% of pop music is literally just about romantic relationships, or like the happy songs are just about finding someone really sexy. Like they're all like, I wanna touch your body. Like there's nothing else like going on in there. And I think that's because it's probably just like a very easy thing for like majority of the population to like relate to, right? You know, you're either horny or you're sad because your girlfriend broke up with you, okay? There's nothing else, there's no other emotion that people can feel when listening to music. You only listen to breakup music after a breakup, and then for all the other times we listen to party music. Clearly there's no other context under which you would be listening to music, man. Warning, the following video contains images of jovial, happy-go-lucky experiences and people. You do, maybe I should do that. Next time I write a happy song, maybe I should do that. Warning, the song is about me becoming happy, actually. And I listen to sad stuff unless I'm already sad. I wanna make myself sad, man. I don't know. I do listen to sad music if I'm not sad. Like I listen to it when I'm drawing or whatever. Like it doesn't really matter to me. But I don't know, you guys. I'm sorry for like constantly be job posting. I feel like that's all I talk about on the Lara stream these days. Just like, we get it, Lara, you got a job. I have to be job posting again. I'm like, it's like this is my personal LinkedIn now, actually. Trigger warning, joy positivity growing as a person, literally. Those should be like the content warnings. But like I don't know, man. Once I've got like the apartment settled as well, I kinda just, you know, just kinda sat there and like breathed for a second. And I kinda thought, man, a lot of my like depression really came from the fact that I just couldn't get a job. I couldn't get a job, and I couldn't get the job that I wanted. Like, it turns out that like a lot of my issues and being sad literally came from the fact that I have been depressed that I can't get into the game industry. But now when I got into the fucking game industry, I'm chilling, dude. I'm literally sitting there like, yes. Yes. I'm just having a good day every day because I wake up in the morning and I'm like, dude, I actually have like a purpose. Like, sure, I have shit to do, but it's like maybe not the most fun, like, you know, getting all the utilities sorted and moving and packing. But I'm like, yeah, but it's all going towards like a good thing. You know, my life has meaning now, man. This happy song is too whimsical and hopeful, it ruined my day, so true. I sometimes listen to sad songs to help me cry when I can't by myself. That is such a mood. I used to do that when I was a teenager a lot. I used to listen to that one Crusher P cover. The Crusher P like remakes of Ghost Rule would like actually make me cry on command. It was like that easy. I can just put it on and I just start crying. It was so fucking good. But I think I exhausted it. It doesn't do it for me anymore. I've done it too many times. I enjoy Mexic. Gotta frame the job offer email on the wall next to the Velasquez poster. So true, bestie. Wanna get into the media industry in general? Good luck, bestie. If I could do it, you could do it. I don't know. I never thought, Bongslera, you don't need to have a job to have a purpose feel worth it. Nah. It's a capitalist society. You need money. I'm sorry, but I don't fucking... in my case, okay? I don't know, for everybody is different. I know people, I know it's almost like that one millennial who's like, dream job. I don't have a dream job. I don't dream of employment, but okay, I had a dream job and that's okay, alright? I wanted to work in video games since I was a little kid, alright? That was my life goal, but I have been working towards, alright? It does make me happy, so let me have this. Do not give me the bullshit of like, oh no, Laura, but you were doing just fine. No, I wasn't, man. I have no savings, I have no pension, I don't have anything. Okay, in my employed opinion, you wrong? I'm not saying that like it's gonna be a walk in the park once again. I think we've talked about this, okay? I think we've talked about this already on the Subnautica stream. I understand that it's gonna fucking suck to have a job, but it's also gonna be fucking awesome to have a job, alright? I wanna edit for movies, TV shows eventually. I fear for my life when I get to applying. Start now, bestie, no. Don't want to start now. You're building a portfolio though. Look at all the videos you've edited for me. I meant more shouldn't define your work by having a job / being solidly employed. I understand that. I understand that, but I need you to understand that like for modern like Gen Z people, basically if you don't fucking have a job, you're a fucking loser, okay? Like people are like, oh, you don't have a job? What, you got like rich parents or something? That's pathetic. Eat the rich. Oh, you don't have a job? What are you, like some kind of loser? There's a reason why the most common response to like anything on Twitter is get a job. And then they send you like a job application. For the record, I don't think that's true. I also think that like the world just fucking sucks right now. So if somebody doesn't have a job, like that's fine, man. Especially if you are in a position where you're like okay. I think like your family should help you. I also don't understand like the mindset of like, oh yeah, once you're 18 you need to start paying rent and your parents need to like throw you off, just like drop you off at the side of the road and you need to figure shit out. I don't believe in that either. Like I think as long as like, you know, you are not like taking complete advantage of it and you're like, oh, I never have to get a job because my parents are being very nice to me and letting me stay at their house, you know? I think as long as you're not doing that, I think that's fine. I don't really think it's like shameful. Some people think it's like super shameful to still live with your parents and shit like that. But like, I don't think that's true at all, man. I had a college roommate who paid her parents back once she was in college. I'm sorry, she was paying her parents for what? If she was leaving in college, what the fuck does that mean? The hustle culture, rise and grind. There's a book called Bullshit Jobs, and it's about how a lot of jobs are just made up. A lot of jobs are made up, but I think I'm too radicalized by the fact that I've been like job hunting for a very long time. I think people are allowed to have bullshit jobs, man. I actually don't care if somebody's got a bullshit job. Like, good for you. Literally do not care. I'm happy for you if you got a bullshit job. Which stream was the one where you were shocked I like Nikki for the story? It was either the last one or the last Fallout stream. Probably the last Fallout stream, I want to say. Like at the end. We should re-normalize living in the woods with no bells, but you see, I'm a city girl. I can't do that, man. I like living in the city too much. My life dream is making monsters. Bro's a mad scientist. You guys keep an eye on Aaron, okay? What do you mean your life dream is making monsters? Bro, we got a fucking evil scientist. He's gonna be Umbrella Corp. Have you tried applying to Umbrella Corp? Have you sent them your resume? My job is 100% made up, and I'm fucking happy for you. The Woos don't have stores. They do have stores. It's called the cave where the bear lives. You walk in there. You pray that the bear is like sleeping. You steal all of the bear's stuff that he's been saving up for the winter, and then you go back to your cabin. I like monsters, clearly, man. The forest calls to me sometimes. Do not go, Alex. Alex, if you hear voices from the forest, do not go. I never got a straight answer that made sense because it was a lot of money, and one time she was like, it's because I was sports after school activities. That didn't seem to justify how much. Not her parents just like scamming her. Some parents are just crazy like that, man. I wish I could say fuck society, I'm gonna live in the woods, but I gotta get my meds somehow. That too, man, that too. Alex was never seen again. Walked into the woods and never came back, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. I understand that like it shouldn't. Like, I'm not proud of the way I've been feeling, but the truth is, working in video games has been something that I always wanted to do since I was a kid. And I also like, okay, I think it's also just kind of been like, because like normies who don't know what they're talking about will be like, oh yeah, you're gonna do just great, like you're gonna be amazing. So like my whole life I've been basically told like, oh yeah, you're gonna be amazing, you're gonna get a job, you're gonna be like working on video games or whatever, you're gonna make so much money. Once again, not true. There's not that much money in games, to be completely honest with you. But you know, everybody's just been like, oh yeah, like, all of my teachers were like, oh yeah, you got like a bright future as an artist. And then I get into a good university, a really good university, allegedly. Allegedly, guys. Not that it was actually good in practice. You know, and I'm like, yeah, everything's gonna be great. And then COVID hits. And then everything was really bad. And then everything was worse after I graduated somehow. And then I ended up with like, you know, no connections, no support, no nothing. Like, I was literally like, what the fuck do I do now? How do I get the job? So, you know, I definitely felt like my life was going nowhere and it was a waste. And I just felt really sad all the fucking time, man. The gifted kid to burned out trans women pipeline. Oh, so true, bestie. Minus the trans woman part for me, but other than that, true. Was that clatter? I dropped my fan. Sorry. I'm fanning myself so hard, I just dropped it. I got here at college during COVID, so yeah, I really feel that. Yeah. So I don't know, man. You know, I really wanted the job. And at some point, then there's also like the kind of people who believe that if you really want something, you will get it. So if you're not getting what you want, you just don't want it hard enough. So there was also like you know, the group of people who were gaslighting that maybe it's just not meant to be. Maybe it's just not for you. Maybe you're not trying hard enough, kind of shit, you know? So I don't know, man. I really wanted it. I did, and it was making me sad that I couldn't achieve it. It felt to me like I failed over and over and over again. Like I would wake up every morning and I would be like, I had moments where I couldn't apply for any jobs. Like I would be applying for jobs pretty actively, but then I would get so exhausted from rejections or like being ignored or like interviews that didn't really go anywhere. And then I would be like, and then I would just get so burnt out from it, and I would be like, oh, actually, I don't even want to apply for jobs anymore, dude. I would just get so burnt out of applying for jobs. I would just like not apply for anything for like months because I would just feel so fucking depressed, and I kept feeling like it's not gonna go anywhere. So, you know, were Nepa babies telling you that? Pretty much. That's how the world works. Some people just really believe it, man. I mean, my religious coworker convinced me that the reason why I got the job was because God gave it to me. She really disregarded my hard work. She was like, oh my god, you got the job because God has a plan for you. God gave you a job because you really wanted it, and I've been praying for you. And I'm like, okay, girly pop. Maybe she's onto something. Maybe she did pray for me and I got the job. Maybe God is real. I don't know. I'm willing to believe it. My friend made fun of my easy degree, but it was he who got the job hunting struggle. It's different for everybody, I think. It depends on like what field you're going into and stuff like that, you know? God gave you the job, not your skills. Could God have given me the job like 3 years ago? That would have been really cool. Backseating therapy? Don't need it anymore. Got the job. I'm fine. I'm fine now. Sorry for trauma dumping. I found that really wanting / hoping was something leads me to not getting it. Okay, you know what? Low-key, me too. Whenever people talk about like the manifesting shit, whenever I like really want something and I think about it a lot, it feels like it actually never happens. I stopped even talking to people about my job search and like, you know, what I wanted to achieve in life and stuff like that. Literally because I felt like, oh, if I tell them and then it doesn't happen, then it's just gonna be sad and awkward, you know? So I literally like, I haven't even been like telling people anything about like any of my goals and shit like that, you know? Like, I don't want to have dreams anymore because it feels like it's like embarrassing when the dreams don't come true, you know what I mean? You gotta be disinterested, act like I won't get it. Dude, tsundere? You gotta be a tsundere to the universe. You gotta tsundere the universe and be like, yeah, I don't really want this job. No, man, I actually really wanted the job. I low-key bet everything on getting it. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think it was like a very major source of my depression, which I do understand that it's an unhealthy thing to like be so worried about, but like, I don't know, man. I really wanted it. It was my dream, so you know, it's sad when you can't achieve your dream even though you're trying, you know? It's not like I wasn't trying, I was doing everything. I think the big problem for me was that I was literally doing so much as well. Like I was doing extra classes, I was doing mentorships, I was doing like, you know, just like independent portfolio work. I was doing so much. And money, man, you know, you need fucking money. You need money to do all of that stuff. You need money and time to even be able to work on all of that stuff in the first place. Like, it's just... I don't know. It's been a lot. You gotta play hard to get your dreams. I never considered that angle. Honestly. I will also just like, it's kind of interesting. Sometimes I feel like the superstitious stuff. It's kind of crazy when sometimes something that you were like thinking about does happen, and then you're like, is it just a coincidence, or did it happen because of that? Like, you have to make Like, you have to make a wish for New Year's, for example, right? You have to be able to eat, like in Spain, for New Year's, they do a thing where you have to eat 12 grapes. So you have one grape each a sound of the clock when it's about to become midnight. And if you manage to eat them all, they say that your dream will come true. And I never managed to do it. I never managed to finish all the grapes. But actually, for New Year's this year, and by the way, every single year for the past like 3-4 years, my dream has been I want a job in video games. Just so you know, my wish every single year, both for Russian New Year, Spanish New Year celebrations, whatever, any birthday wishes when I'm blowing out the candles on the cake, throwing coins into a well, every single time when I have ever made a wish for the past like 3 or 4 years, my wish has always been, I want a job in video games. I haven't wished for anything else, so maybe now I need to start thinking, guys, give me like new wish ideas. I don't know what to wish next time I throw a fucking coin into a well now. So actually this year, for New Year's, I managed to eat all the grapes. I locked in, guys. I locked the fuck in. And I was like, I'm gonna eat all the grapes this year, even if I choke on it. And die, okay? So I actually managed to do it. So, you know, now I'm like, oh. Now I'm like, is it because I ate all the grapes? Or is it actually because I have been working hard? We will never know, man. We will literally never know. Furio Tigre becomes real. No, he's the kind of man who needs to stay in dreams. No, Dying Lair, I survived. That was the problem? You think that was it? You think it was because I couldn't finish all the grapes? They're big, man. You ever tried stuffing 12 grapes into your mouth within like 1 minute? And and trying to like swallow it all? It's crazy. Why would they think anybody could do that? But I did it, and that's how I got the job. I should have said that. Imagine if I started telling that to the poor graduates at my university, man. It would have been such a funny fucking prank if they would be like, do you have any advice for getting into the industry? And I'd be like, eat some grapes. You have a time limit? Yeah, you have to do it for, so like every time the clock goes like dawn, dawn, dawn 12 times, you have to eat the grapes in that last minute before midnight. That's the tradition, that's the Spanish tradition. You just start manifesting for other people for money? Ah, they'll be fine. Immediately like stop caring about other people's well-being once she's good herself. Now that I'm doing well, nobody else deserves it. You gotta eat grapes and you're set for... I would have sounded like actually insane if I did that, man. If I was like, hey, you gotta like make a wish on your birthday cake. Make sure you blow out all the candles, okay? All of them. Water, man. We need to drink some water as well, then you will get the job. Job is stable and good forever. True, true. Maybe I should just be like, I hope I don't get laid off. All of my future wishes are gonna be like, I hope I don't get laid off. I wish prosperity and success to the video game industry. Every year I'm gonna start wishing for the prosperity of the video game industry so they don't have to fire people and shut down studios. I wish for AI to disappear. Oh, that's a good wish, actually. Maybe I should start doing that. Maybe I should start being like, I wish for AI to disappear. There was a fucking AI bro at that exhibition, and I was like, dude, you gotta get out of here. He was like an invited like industry professional or something like that, and we were talking to another girl who she also just started an environment artist position, which is like a big deal. Okay, I think it's harder to get an environment artist job than just to get a lighting job. I'm gonna be for real with you. Like, it's a huge deal. It's a very in high demand, one of the most competitive jobs out there for game art or anything similar, right? So she got an environment art position at a video game studio, and we were talking, and the guy looked at her and he was like, maybe you should try learning other skills like lighting, like her, and he like points at me, because soon AI will be able to do environment art. And I was like, okay, do not tell her that. Literally do not tell her that. Why would you say that to somebody who just got their first industry job? Oh, by the way, start investing in other skills because AI is gonna fucking take it away from you. Destroy AI, we should save the world. Why aren't more people trying this tech? Why aren't more people wishing for stuff at New Year's and birthdays to get whatever they want, man? Prompt engineer, so true, man. Be specific about what AI. Okay, fine. I want all generative AI to disappear, please. Dream crashing at this event. I know! It's like literally live dream crashing. They have like no regard for like any like young people who are trying to get into like a really rough industry to get into. You know, like even if you don't take into account like the fact that there's just like less jobs in general and the economy is bad, the gaming industry is in general pretty hard to get into because, as you know, it's competitive and you need skills. You really do need skills to be able to get into it. Well, unless you like somebody's child or something, I guess. I don't really know, man, but you know, I honestly like I'm like extra surprised that I got in, especially because I don't really talk to people. Like I don't have any fucking connections, man. You know? Good job graduating your Doom Optimus. It really reminded me of when I was still in university and we had this like event for a whole day where they invited industry speakers who talked about their fields. Like they were just all giving different talks basically on different topics related to like art and video games and stuff like that. And this one lady was like an AI bro, and that was, you know, in like 2023, 2022 maybe, 2023 probably. So, you know, back then the AI wasn't even that good at like art and stuff like that. And she was already like, yeah, so I made an AI that took away my wife's job. And I was like, girl. And then she was like talking about it like she was proud of it. So like, yeah, you know, my wife got out of the job because I made an AI that replaced her, and it's really hard for her to get a job now. But that's chill because, you know, the world moves forward. And I guess my message today is you guys need to adapt to the times because AI is going to replace you. And I'm just like, what the hell? Hi, Sovisil, how have you been? I feel like I haven't seen you in a bit. Rings true for all industries, no connections. It's an uphill battle. Yeah, what is this flex? I know, it was so strange. My dream is to be a Japanese to English translator, but I've kind of given that up since ChatGPT exists. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can still try going. I don't know if you mean like translating as in like translating or like localizing. Because I think AI can't really localize. I don't think AI will ever be able. Okay, people are gonna argue with me like, yeah, it's gonna get better. But I don't think AI will ever be able to effectively localize because localization is like a whole other field, a whole other art, you know? It requires background, you know, it requires a lot of like contextual knowledge of the text, which I don't think AI can really do. Again, maybe some AI bros would argue with me on that, but I don't believe that AI can do good localization personally. And I think localization is like really important for translation. So I don't know, maybe you can look into that, for example. I don't know if you're like interested in stuff like localization, if you're more interested in just like direct translation and then someone else does the localization. I don't really know what kind of stuff it is. Have books on localization for Earthbound and Undertale, and I read them often. That is nice! Yeah, honestly, never stop working on it, you know, even if you're not doing it constantly. Don't give up. Don't give up, man. I mean, look, I almost gave up so many times, and here I am, bragging about the fact that I got a job for like a month now. For like a month now, I've just been walking around like, yep, I got a job in the game industry. I've been busy with work, and it's good to see you. Kind of sounds like one of those crazy cultists who praise the destruction of humanity as a good thing to make way for the great old one's awakening. Okay, I don't know about that, Aaron. Aaron will find a way to twist the conversation into what he wants to talk about. You're like literally so skilled at this. How do you even do this? Moral of the story, never give up on your dreams. Yeah, I think there is... That scared me. Thank you so much for becoming a member, Anna. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You can have a fork in your deck now. And you can use the emojis and seasonal wallpapers. There will be a summer wallpaper eventually, guys. Please give me a bit of time, but I'm gonna try and get it out maybe like in July or something like that. I'm still working on JLPTN2, but even a scrap like me can tell you that being able to adapt localized nuance cultural stuff, yeah, no? What the hell is that? AI could never, no matter what AI bros tell you? What is JLPTN2? Is some kind of AI thing? I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna be so for all of you. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like there's just way too much context that is required for good localization. I'm sure AI can do bad localization, but we already get that with people. I keep dropping my fan, I'm so sorry. But yeah. Where is that clip of the rice farming that supports you? What are you talking about? I was gonna say something but I lost my... Oh yeah, I guess the thing of like following your dreams, I think there is like a limit to how much you should follow your dreams. Unfortunately, if you're trying to be realistic, right? Because the truth is, you know, maybe don't quit your day job. Japanese language proficiency test. Ah, I didn't know that's what it was. That makes sense. You have Japanese proficiency, like enough to start doing that test? You speak good Japanese? That's really cool, man. I am not very good at learning languages. I just don't think I have a talent for learning languages. I've tried it like multiple times with Japanese, for example, and stuff like that. But I don't know, maybe I'm just too ADHD. I get bored like really quickly and I don't really stick to the routine. It's a miracle I can speak English. It really is. There's a clip of a rice farmer that looks into the camera and goes, "Never give up." I've never seen that. I've never seen that. Oh, that sounds wholesome though. Language learning is very hard. But I think some people are just like better at it because they have better memory, but I have shit memory. And I can't read. But yeah, unfortunately, I do sometimes hear people be like, I quit my job. I quit my high-paying corporate job to become a full-time VTuber. And I'm like, have you thought this through? I mean, I don't know. Maybe they do just make enough at that high-paying corporate job, but they can actually quit and then comfortably just like actually spend a shit ton of money on like VTubing stuff to like get a head start. I don't know. But I don't know, it always feels like an industry plant to me when like this random VTuber pops up and like I quit my high-paying job to become a content creator and then they have like thousands of views. And I'm like, how did you fucking do that, you know? I don't... Maybe there's something to it, I don't know, maybe there's like some kind of trick that I'm not aware of. I have no idea. Your English is better than my Japanese. Don't say that. The test only is held once a year in the US, so I haven't been able to take it, but I've been studying for 4 years. Okay, your Japanese is probably good then. Can you read hiragana at least? Full-time content creation is one hell of a gamble. It is, man. Oh, like anything, people sometimes will be like, oh, I quit my job to like start a small business. And I'm like, honestly, I don't think I could ever do that. I also feel like a lot of people talk about running a business like it's, you know, really easy. Or whatever. Like, it's always like, there's like this weird, fantasy that so many people have where they're like, oh, I want to run a little bookshop, or I want to run a little cafe that's also a bookshop, or whatever. And I'm like, do you fucking realize how much work it would be to run a fucking cafe? I don't know, man. I don't really understand. I'm gonna be honest, maybe I'm just not an ambitious person. maybe I'm just not an ambitious person, but I never dreamt of like running my own anything. Like, yeah, I always wanted to work in video games, but I never in my life thought, oh, I wanna like own my own like AAA video game company. Not a shot, man. I would rather be just like working on my own individual projects. I think I'm just a very individualistic person though, and that's not the kind of stuff that you can do completely on your own, right? You need employees, you need all of that stuff. And I'm a very like individualistic person, so I just like doing my work. And I like doing my own projects, if that makes sense. So, I don't know, I just like, whenever I'm talking like projects, I always just like doing everything myself, apart from maybe like a couple of things that I wouldn't trust to other people. You know, I think you can tell from the fact that basically everything for my VTubing was like made by me, you know? And all my music videos and everything is like made by me usually, right? I will only commission people if I really don't want to do it myself or don't have the skills, if that makes sense. So I don't know, I just really enjoy working on projects, and I really enjoy being in control of my own project. So like, even if I had people working under me, or for example if we're making like a game or something like that, I think I just wouldn't enjoy that, because I like doing everything myself, because I like, you know, fulfilling my own vision, and I just really enjoy making things. So I don't know, I just like making my own small like one-person projects, if that makes sense. Depends on the dream. It's good to pick a dream that you feel like you can achieve. Yeah, man. I think so too, for sure. I'm not saying you should never have dreams. Obviously that's not true. But I don't know, some people are just like, I wanna have my own like cafe, and I'm like, is that even like a profitable business these days? It feels like people just want to have their own cafes because it's like a cozy like idea, but there's nothing cozy about running a cafe, especially if you're actually trying to make like money with it. It would be nice to be somebody, a rich person's partner, and then that person is basically making all the money that they can invest in your failing business. So you can just have like the business, but you don't really care if it's making a profit or not, because your partner just like, yeah, whatever. Rent her a cafe space. Lara's ruining my dream of a bakery bookstore. I don't know, man. I mean, good luck to you, but only do it if you have the money, okay? It's not about profit, it's about aura. That is true. There is a lot of... It is a lot of aura. I want to make my own game by myself, for myself. Make my dream game feels more achievable as opposed to build a whole ass studio. Yeah, I think so too. I don't want to make my own game. Okay, for the game case, I don't know how to program. So I would be willing to work with a programmer. That's called a sugar daddy. Not necessarily. It could be like still a mutual relationship. The other person is just loaded. Not all rich people are looking for sugar babies. Some of them are looking for genuine love, okay? It's just really hard to find it because everybody just wants you for your money. The dream being a money laundering fund in the mafia. Yo, yes! That's it! Your wife runs a cute little bakery cafe. Hold up, we are really cooking here. I'm so glad we're doing this little brainstorming session today, guys. Your wife runs a cute bakery, bookstore, cafe, record store, whatever you want it to be. And in the back, your boys are packing up packets of meth. And that's how you keep the business and the food on the table. And everybody wins because she gets to run her little cafe. And you get... you get to have like a front for your drag business. Sounds like a dope sitcom premise. I think so too. High five, Phoenix. Let had the same fun as me. So true. Hello, Evan. Stealing from my D&D campaign. Have I guys ever told you a story about like how one of my coworkers was talking about his D&D campaign at like my retail job? It was so good. That fucks Harley write that idea down. Loki, you can totally have your little cute bakery cafe if your partner is using it as a front. It's really funny. There's a part in Weeds where she's running a bakery, actually. So maybe bakers are just like all drug fronts, guys. There's a part in Weeds where she's running a bakery as a front for her weed business. And, what was it? I think her accountant, who's like does all the money laundering for her, because she's like, oh, do you think this could ever become my legitimate business? Do you think this could ever actually be my real business? And the guy is like, Nancy, look. There's no way to run a profitable bakery without it being connected to drug money. And I was like, noted. Noted. That was so good. I was like, so basically ever since I watched Weeds, I just think that everything is like a front for drugs. There really are some businesses out there, but I don't know how they are surviving, man. I don't understand how, like, anything makes money. Can I be honest with you? I don't understand how people actually have successful businesses that turn a profit and they still pay like their employees. It's exploitation, isn't it? It's literally just like exploitation in the bag, I'm assuming. But it's just so great. But even like for small businesses, not a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, I live full time off of like my online merch store. And I'm like, how the hell do you even do that? Like first you gotta like actually order all of this stuff, which is like a investment. You gotta ship all of this stuff. Like people actually order enough from you every month for you to pay all the bills. It's just so crazy to me because like, I don't know, man. I guess it like depends what kind of life you're living. If you're living a life like mine, then probably it's fine. I mean, I've been kind of half surviving pretty much. My friend used to work at a small ice cream store and they told me they'd often see weird suited men out front loitering. Not your friend working at the fucking drug front. And I can respect that, you know? Sometimes you make money however you can. Anyways, what the hell were we talking about? How did we end up here? Like, how on earth did we end up in this conversation, guys? It's... How did it go from me talking about how I got a job to immediately talking about how everything is a drug laundering, money laundering front or whatever? How could this happen? I have these former friends who are really rich. They're complaining about being broke and then go tour Europe for a bit and then complain about not having money and then start a business. But then how are they rich if they are broke? Or is their understanding of broke is like, I only have 10,000 in my bank account instead of 100,000. Having realistic dreams? Okay, I think you should have realistic dreams unless you know a drug dealer. Or some rich man who's willing to support you. Or a rich woman, hashtag feminism. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't think I could ever do full-time content creation just because I don't really... I feel like you have to be... And this is like no offense to people who are doing video because, you know, they're just doing the grind. But I think you definitely have to be a little bit shameless to be a full-time content creator. You really have to be... You know what broke is? Okay, that makes sense, yeah. You have to be like very annoying, I feel like. I feel bad, man. I will promote something of mine like once and then I feel terrible. I mean, I will be sitting there for an hour like I can't believe I just fucking promoted something I made instead of like in front of people. I can't believe I'm like asking people to buy my merch or something. God, I'm fucking disgusting and narcissistic and selfish. And then I will go on Twitter and like people on there have like thousands of likes on their posts where they're like, man, nobody wants to support a small creator like me. I work so hard. Check out my videos, you know? Or like blowing up over like really like crazy stuff, you know? I always worry I'm being annoying promoting my own commissions on my own account. That's me as well, dude. I'm always like, should I RT my commissions post or should I be normal? But it's like, girl, what are you talking about? You know, like, it's literally, you gotta make money somehow. Luckily, VGen basically promotes my commissions for me at this point, dude. This stream is so relatable, talking about jobs and how weird marketing is. And can I please point your attention to the fact that it's all happening while I'm sitting in a 30-degree room with a closed window because I don't want my neighbors to hear this conversation? Okay, it's actually really funny, but so my bedroom window is directly facing another house. So I never open it because if I do, I will be looking into the window of my neighbor and they will be looking into my window. Like, we can see each other very clearly if I open it. So I never open it. But yesterday, because they closed the windows in my apartment, it was so hot here when I came home at night. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to open my bedroom window and I'm gonna have to sleep with it open. So I was like, I will have to just accept that my neighbors will watch me sleep. And I was okay with that. I opened the window and I went to bed and it felt really good. I could feel the breeze. And I was like, if my neighbors watch me sleep tonight, then my neighbors watch me sleep tonight. But I was just screaming in front of a computer. So true. That's why I never opened it. I wish I had VGen. Dude, I have so many VGen codes. If you want to take commissions on VGen, like literally just tell me. Literally just tell me. I don't know, add me on Discord or something and I'll give you a VGen code. Because like I genuinely have so many of them, I don't know what to do with them. So if you want to do art commissions on there, just tell me. I'm getting eepy. But yeah, maybe my neighbor just took a bunch of pictures of me sleeping, who knows. I woke up in the morning and I saw the open window and I was like, oh, that's right. I had to do it, man. I actually might do it again. Maybe I am losing shame. I am losing all shame. But yeah, I don't know. I think you definitely have to be like very shameless to be a content creator. Which like makes sense, right? Because it's all about like yourself and your own self-marketing. I'll probably do that because artists use Sax for engagement. Literally, just add me. My Discord is Lucinda Gray, one word. Or I guess, do you have me on Instagram? I forget. You can message me on Instagram as well if you don't have Discord. I think you do follow me on Instagram, don't you? Message me like on Instagram or something as well. And I'll give you a VGen code. Like, it's no problem. Oh, there's a programming stuff on VGen, but I'm not there yet. Also, the demand is not that big anyways. Didn't I give you a VGen code? Lynn, didn't you ask me for a VGen code and I gave it to you? Thank you, you're welcome. I love VGen. I think it's a good platform. I think it's definitely getting a bit saturated now because more people are getting into it. So like there's definitely like more, you know, more competition for stuff. But honestly, I think it's a good platform. I got in really early, so I have been doing pretty good on there just thanks to that because I was one of their like beta artists, so I didn't even need to become verified. I was automatically verified because I signed up for like their beta thing. But like, you know, it's a good site. It's a good site. It's easy to like organize everything on there. It's easy to like communicate with people. I asked for a friend. You fucking gave my Legion code to somebody else, Lane? Okay, Lane, look. In the future, you have to tell me if it's for somebody else, because if the person ends up being untrustworthy and or like they don't do their commissions or whatever, I'm gonna be in trouble with VGen. VGen does punish you if you let somebody untrustworthy onto the platform. So like if you do something like that, if the code is for somebody else, you have to tell me who that person is and like if they're okay. Because like I could get into trouble on VGen if I let on somebody who's like a bad actor. Had crazy influx of editing comms lately though? Yeah, I think so. For me, I only because I trusted them, but I understand. Okay, but you should have told me that it wasn't for you though. I understand, like if you were like, oh, can I have a VGen code for my friend? They're trustworthy, like they're an artist, like here's like their Twitter or whatever, like I would have been like, okay, that's cool, you know? But you can't just be like, oh, can I have a VGen? Because I thought that code was for you. So I gave it to you thinking that it was for you. You know what I mean? That's just all I'm saying. Can I have a code for my evil friend? I'm gonna get back to you on that. But yeah, I think the way VGen works, because I noticed sometimes I will complete a commission, and like for example, I completed like a print commission and I posted it, and I like on VGen as a portfolio piece, and I will get like an influx of people for that specific commission type. Because I think when you complete a commission and you post it as a verified showcase and it gets a good review, I think maybe VGen pushes it on like people's discoveries, or like when people look up for similar services, it will show it. So yeah, I think maybe that's something to do with it, because I definitely have noticed that if I do like a YouTube thumbnail, for example, I will start getting more commissions for YouTube thumbnails. So yeah. Hi Spartan, how are you doing? Commissioned Drone Masami Sarah from Detective Conan. She's what got me interested in finally checking out the series. How much money do I need to mail you? Okay, first of all, I don't take cash. We live in a modern society and I'm not a money launderer. Second of all, I'm gonna look up the character design. And if they're ugly, if they're chopped, girl needs a new hairstylist. She needs to switch hair salons ASAP. Her hairdresser fucking hates her. Okay, her hairdresser is bullying her actively through the act of cutting her hair. Anyways. If that's the case, then I really cooked on the back of that. It did really well, actually. It did really well on my YouTube as well. Except for the title test, guys. The title test did not come through. YouTube, I tried the free titles thingy, and YouTube was like, we don't have enough data to tell which title people like best. So I guess I'm gonna ask you guys now. Guys, which title for the Backrooms video do you like best? Also, which one did you get when you clicked on the video? So the first one is Stuck in the Backrooms with the Bestie. The second one is We Just Wanted Kane Parsons' Autograph. And the last one is Exploring the Backrooms, in brackets Gone Wrong, which is kind of a classic. I don't know which one people prefer, because YouTube is like, we don't have enough data. Like, why do the test at all if then you're gonna be like, we don't have enough data? Lara only accepts Bitcoin and livestock. So true. Who the fuck is that? Kane Parsons is the director of the Backrooms. He's only 20 years old. I like the one asking for an autograph. Hi, it's Luke. How are you doing? Have you heard of the fire extinguisher? Nah, bestie. If I extinguish it, it's just gonna start again because it's so hot. Oh, okay. Keep up with the backrooms lore. I think I got the bestie one. That's what I saw, and honestly, I have no clue who the guy is, and it seemed hilarious. Damn, people did not get the joke. People did not get the joke. Maybe that's not a good title if people are not in on the backrooms lore. I'm glad Laura accepts Amazon gift cards. I accept IKEA gift cards so that I can, you know, get stuff for my new apartment. If you... if you give me an IKEA gift card, I'll do a commission for you. How about that? So that I can buy nice decorations for my new place. I said I mentioned Insta. Okay, I will check it out after all, and I'll send you a code. Dies and never sends it. He made original short movies. Yeah, he made the original like backroom shorts that went viral originally. In Blender. I think they actually did like some of the stuff in Blender for the Backrooms movie as well. I think they used Blender to keep it authentic. They did build a lot of like the physical stuff for it, like it was built with physical effects. But if I heard it, apparently they did use Blender for some of it as well. Gotta get the depressed bear from IKEA. Okay, he's so cute. No more plushies for me, man. I have too many plushies. And they're all on my bed. I'm gonna get a shelf for the new place so that I can store them there. Because I'm gonna be for real with you, changing my bed sheets has actually like become torture. Because I gotta move all the plushies off the bed and put them like on a chair. They don't even all fit in the chair because there's so many of them. And yeah, I don't know, I'm just like so lazy. I look at it, I'm like, I don't want to change the bed sheets, but I have to change the bed sheets because, you know, you're supposed to fucking do that once a week, but it feels like such a bother, so I need to minimize the plushies on my bed, I guess what I'm saying, but right now there's nowhere else to put them. It is a lot of plushies, man. People keep like gifting me plushies. It's not even that I bought all of them. People just keep gifting me plushies. Oh, I don't know what to do. But I did buy quite a few of them. The depressed bear doesn't count as a plush, it's home security. Why, he's got a fucking motion sensor in him or what? Ba, 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 ba. That's right, you need furniture now? Exactly. Blender is very versatile. I think Blender is so versatile, like you can just edit videos in it for no reason. But I don't know, I never got into Blender. I just find it like really difficult to work with. I just think it has too many features, if that makes sense. Like Blender low-key has too many features, so it feels really like cluttered. But I guess that's what you get for like open source or whatever. But I know it's a good software that a lot of people can do crazy things with, but for me it's just too much. I was gonna say something. Yeah, there was actually a job I applied for some time ago and I got like a couple rounds of interviews. And they actually primarily work with Blender, so their game actually was fully made in Blender, which I thought was a bit surprising since so many companies make games in Blender, especially for like bigger productions. So yeah, they were like, yeah, our game is in Blender. They're like, do you know how to use Blender? And I was like, yeah, I know how to use Blender. And then I spent like the whole weekend learning Blender. But I didn't get the job and I was so pissed because I was like, I learned Blender for you. I like the smoothie mode on Blender, me too. What do you put in your smoothies? The movie Flow was made in Blender? Yeah, it was. You cannot make 2D animations in Blender? Yeah, that is true as well. I think you can like do anything in Blender, man. Like it's actually insane. You can actually program a game in Blender. Yeah, it has a game engine as well. It's kind of crazy. You can literally do anything in Blender, but it has too much, man. It has too much. They need to cool it. They need to cool it with all the Blender shit. Like there's way too much going on in it. I wonder how Blender makes money. Since it's all free, but you know, they upgrade it all the time. Maybe they probably get like donations or crowd funded or something like that. Like how does Blender make a profit, you know what I mean? Then there's the all-purpose flower of software. Yeah, it is. Feature creep. That's how I feel about it. Some would say Blender doesn't do enough. You know what? I like low-key agree. It both does everything and nothing. Like, it's a powerful tool for sure, but I think it's just, I don't know, for some reason it's just not industry standard for a lot of stuff. I think that Maya is still like, seems to be considered superior for 3D modeling for a lot of like professional purposes, but Maya is so expensive. Blender doesn't make me toast in the morning, and for that, Blender will never be the GOAT. What can I say? Never, ever, ever. It's so true. That's why we need the humble toaster. If you get flour, don't get the bleach stuff. Heard the brown flour is healthier. Okay, that just sounds like a conspiracy, bro. That sounds like the kind of stuff they tell you, like if they're like, if people who are like too obsessed with nutrition will tell you. Maya is stupid expensive. I can't afford Maya, man. That was like one of the bigger reasons why I decided to switch into lighting. I always wanted to do lighting, but a major point for me was I can't afford to do Maya anymore, and nobody cares if you know Blender apart from that one company I applied for apparently. But it became go after V 3.0. Really? I wonder what version of Blender I've got. Like, you don't like Blender and yet you have— I have 4.0 on my— actually, apparently. Flashy stuffed animal storage. I have a shoe rack that holds about 50% of my stuffed animals. Yeah, I'm planning to get like some kind of like shelf that's like got like a glass door, you know, so you can still see inside, and maybe put some plushies in there. Maybe some on top. I don't want them to get dusty though, you know, I'm very bad at dusting. Only thing I hear about Maya that it's expensive and industry standard. That's pretty much all you need to know about it. No, I honestly, like, as someone who like learned 3D modeling in Maya for university— actually, you know what? That's not true. My university fucking— okay, this is— but I have so many complaints about fucking university shit, man. The first year of my university, they taught us Blender for some reason. So I learned how to use Blender. And the second year of university, they were like, anyways, forget about Blender, we're learning Maya now. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm on 3DS Max. That's like by the same people as Maya, no? It's not that different from Maya from what I heard. But it's more like movie oriented, is it not? Or am I wrong? Like visual effects. But yeah, I actually preferred— like, as someone who's worked with both, I just preferred Maya's interface. I don't know, it felt a bit cleaner to me. And Maya is very advanced for 3D animation. 3D rigging and 3D animation in Maya is like insane. That's like basically the industry standard for that as well. Like it's really, really good for 3D rigging and animation. It's very advanced in that regard for sure. But you can do it all in Blender. I just feel like with Blender, it's also easier to learn Blender because there's just more tutorials. Because it's free, so more people like work in it, right? So yeah. I'll send you a pic of what I have. I'm not sure if the style is still made. Is it from IKEA? I use my GOAT MMG. You use MMG, but you can't model in MMG, right? You have to— you can only animate in it. MMG is low-key like the GOAT for 3D animation as well. I'm curious if my 3D model could be used for MMD stuff, but I don't think so. Because I think my 3D model was specifically made for like 3D like live tracking for VTubing. And it's like a VRM file. I don't know what a VRM file is. Or if that works in— you have to rig it for MMD. I don't know, maybe after I start the job I can pay Fres for that. It'd be funny to have like an MMG model that I can just plug and play dance videos in it. It could be converted. Okay. I don't know, I have to like ask my 3D modeler though, because maybe they're not comfortable with it being turned into an MMD model. VRM that VROT natively exports into? Yeah, because that's the one that most VTuber tracking software uses for VTubing. MMD layer radioactive cover. That'd be so good, man. I kind of miss old MMDs with like those ugly Krypton models and like silly stuff happening in them and just music and no dialogue. That was the shit back in like 2011 or something. That was the stuff, man. Are you guys tired of the Undertale song on loop yet? You can make original characters for Katsu, but I think you can only make waifus. Not the only waifus. I used to watch old Madoka MMG videos. Madoka MMG videos, that's interesting. You're gonna make the MM dealer a crunchy from the 2000s accurate. That would be really funny, actually. Target, I think it comes apart pretty easily. Not the Target. We don't have a Target here, we only have IKEA. Do you guys think IKEA has good vibes? To me, IKEA has really good vibes. But also, I imagine it at night and it's suddenly the back rooms. I don't know how to explain, but during the day, IKEA is like the most positive place on earth. But I feel like if you go there at night, you'd be like scared for your life. Is there like an IKEA horror game? Do you think that's something that's a thing? I would like to play that. By the way, I finally recorded a new long play, if you even care. Finally, I know, how long has it been since my last long play, man? I'm like embarrassed to say. It's been a while. When was that? My last long play was on 23rd of March. Okay, that's not terrible. That's not too terrible. It felt like it's been longer. It's only been like 2 months. No, 3 months. Oh man, maybe it has been a long time. But yeah, I finally recorded a new long play, and it's a really cool game. It's like a Yumeniki... It's like a Yumeniki Minecraft hybrid. So it's like a Minecraft game, but also a Yumeniki fan game. It's pretty cool. It's very like exploration heavy, so like it's quite chill, but also kind of spooky. But I didn't finish it, heads up, because it seems to go really deep, like how Yumeniki does. And I couldn't record it for that long because I had to go to bed, and also it was like 30 degrees. But I recorded as much as I could that evening, and I think it's a nice kind of chill vibe, if that makes sense. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully it will be out like eventually in July maybe. I know Raspberry's a bit busy. Raspberry got our clients. Never forget who made you, Raspberry, okay? So yeah, which I gotta get back to work, that's right. Get back to work so you can work on my commission sooner. Never forget who made you famous on VGen, okay? I should get priority treatment, but okay. Nah, I'm just kidding. Take as much as you need. First we human, then we craft. I haven't found like a single item. I feel like I was playing that game completely wrong. That's kind of like the Yumeniki experience as well. You kind of just wander around for a while and then you find your way eventually. But yeah. Hopefully, I hope you guys enjoy. I really want to get back into the long plays because it's been a while and I don't know, I really enjoy recording them. I know that they're like really unknown games that very little people actually care about, but it's nice to record like a relaxing kind of more slow-paced video, you know, without like too much banter from chat and stuff like that. I'm just kind of talking to myself and just focusing on the game. It's a bit of a different vibe for sure from watching me stream a game, because I feel like when I'm streaming a game, man, it's getting late, I gotta stop talking. When I'm streaming a game, you know, I'm kind of like, oh, I need to look at the chat, I need to like interact and banter and be a bit more entertaining, but You know, I think the long plays are a bit more chill and like game focused, if that makes sense. No, you're my best client, don't worry, good. But Kafka one is still my favorite. My favorite is the alchemy one. The last one I did, I really like it. The Kafka one was really good though. But I really enjoyed the alchemy game. I think that game was like more fun to play than to watch maybe, because it just felt so good to play it. Like the gameplay was like really polished with like the mixture. Like it just felt good, you know? Lots of physics games don't feel good to play. Repeat customer discount, so true. I have that actually. I give people stamps. I remembered last time. I keep owing Alex a discount, but I keep forgetting about it and he doesn't remind me. Alex, I owe you a discount. What is wrong with you? Why would you take it? Last time I was like, oh, next time, please remind me to give you a discount, and then you commission me again and I fucking forgot, man. This is so fucked up. I'm stealing people's money. Yeah, the alchemy game felt really good to play because like the physics were actually like on point. I also really like the Yuki game, the retro like 2000s anime game. It was super nice. Really enjoyed that one. Shiaf was fun. Very like Doom, but fun. I don't know, they've been all... I mean, to be fair, if a game is bad, I don't make it into a video, guys. I try to pick out games that are like, okay, I enjoyed this, you know? I pick some are better than ours, and I try to pick like a variety of games, you know? I try not to just do like all horror games or like all like, you know, first-person games or whatever, like, you know, I try to pick out as many like different ones as I can, but I do often end up... Now I'll starve. Well, you didn't remind me. Shit was so fucking funny. The pigs just being really mean to me was so good, man. I hope the game dev makes another game though and lets me play it, because their robot game was quite fun as well. I enjoyed that a lot. Steam Samusa has Kid Deliverance for $6. Should I get it? Yeah, man. And please tell me all the secrets to how to actually be good at it if you play it, because I'm suffering. But I think it's definitely worth $6. Speaking of alchemy, will you ever play any of the Atelier series? No, too long. Anime RPG, too long. Too long anime RPG, not fun gameplay. Thumbs down. I speak like Rocky from Project Hail Mary. Except for him, it will be thumbs up, I guess, because he thinks thumb down is a good thing. But yeah, I do sometimes end up... money I will never get back, man. I do sometimes end up... I guess I could ask for a refund, but I feel bad because it's an indie game. I do sometimes end up playing a game for the series and recording it, but then the game ends up being kind of a nothing burger. Sometimes I will even finish the game, and I'll be like, man... Like, this was okay, but it's not really something I am willing to pay someone to edit. Don't really want to spend money to get this out now, but you know, it's kind of like, it doesn't feel like it was like video game enough to like dedicate a video to, if that makes any sense. I don't know how to explain, but sometimes I will play a game and I'm like, that was a nothing burger. So, or sometimes I will start a game that I think is good for this series and I will be playing it for a bit, but then I'm kind of like, the second I find myself falling silent as I'm recording it is the second I'm like, yeah, I got like nothing to say about this. I'm tired, so I will head out now. Bye, bye, bye. Lane, thank you so much for coming on a weird Thursday stream. I've been convinced. I'll let you know any tips I learned. Thank you so much. I know I keep saying it, and maybe some people think that I'm a liar, but I really do want to get back to Kingdom Come Deliverance, guys. I just don't know how to win the war, and it's making me sad, and I don't want to cry. I officially finished my water bottle. What are we gonna do now, guys? What now? Lyric plays Far Cry 4, finishes it in 15 minutes. Yeah, I know about the fact that you can finish Far Cry 4 in 15 minutes because you can just wait for the guy to come back and not explore Aaron, okay? I play video games, okay? I know lore, right? Just because I'm a girl doesn't mean that you can be like, oh, Laura, did you know that you can finish Far Cry in 15 minutes? Everybody fucking knows. I played Far Cry 4 when I was like 12 years old, okay? Do not cite the ancient magic to me. I was there when it was written. The Invincible is on sale. Is that worth trying? The Invincible, if you like walking simulators, yes. If you don't mind the fact that it has no gameplay other than walking and looking at stuff, yes. If you're just interested in the story, then I would say yeah, especially if it's on sale. It's a good story. It's based on a sci-fi story by a classic Polish writer, so you know it's it's good writing, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The story I enjoyed. I thought it was good. It has some dialogue options. It's really Firewatch coded. If you ever played Firewatch, you know how you're talking to someone on the radio and when you pick dialogue options like what to say to them, like you talk to them on the radio. It's kind of like that. So like it's very Firewatch coded, but I would say that it's not as good as Firewatch because Firewatch is one of my favorite games for sure. But it's a good game. I think it's a decent game. How much are they charging for it now? Because I played it on PlayStation subscription. Oh, it's 90% off. Yeah, dude, fucking get it. For 90% off, I think you'd have a good time with it. Like actually, it's a good story. The graphics look fucking awesome as well. Like it looks amazing visually. It's an interesting story for sure. Like it's got like a good twist. I enjoy it. Like it's a very good like retro sci-fi. So if you enjoy that kind of stuff and you don't mind the fact that it doesn't have any like actual action gameplay, I think you'll have a good time with it. Heard Steam was getting rid of key cards because of scammers. Is that true? Oh, I hope not, man. It's an April Fool idea. Just record a long play and no comment. Silent stream retards. Isn't Fallout rated M for mature? What is that in relation to? I played on the treadmill, so it's more immersive. That might actually work. That might actually be a good idea. But yeah, I enjoyed the story. I thought it was good, but it's very slow and relaxing. Even though the story itself is a bit like, you know, stressful, but I don't know, I found the game quite relaxing. I enjoyed it. But yeah, it's definitely like a walking simulator. I'm very horrible. I'm playing like 3 games right now. But because it's so hot, I haven't really felt like sitting at my desk and like, you know, playing any games. I want to continue Skate Story. I've been really enjoying it, but I don't want to be using my computer's like heat more. Maybe, well, not next week. Next week I'm getting a bed delivery, man. I think next week, because I'm not streaming, but I also like, you know, won't really have my usual setup or anything like that. I think I'm literally just gonna lock in and like make content because I literally won't have anything else to do. I'll bring my tablet, I'll do some commissions, but I've got most of my commissions like out of the way this week already because I've been like trying to grind to get them done before next week. So like I think I'm just gonna like sit like lie on the bed and just like edit clips and maybe work on my new cover as well. I think I'm literally just gonna lock in and just like do content stuff, just like catch up on like content stuff while it's either that or I'm gonna get really lazy and just watch television, which would you forgive me if I did that? New bed, that's always exciting. Yeah, so basically my plan right now for moving, hello Quadruple by the way, how are you doing? My plan for moving right now, because it's been so complicated to figure out the logistics, I decided to just get the bed first, and then once the bed isn't like in the apartment and assembled, I can start going down there more often and like staying overnight. Because then, and I can like, you know, start ordering more stuff for the apartment, like the washing machine and all of that shit, you know? And all the other furniture, but the bed is the most important one because then it will mean that I will actually be able to stay over there and do more productive stuff, basically. You can take a break during this movie in your job thing? But I don't want to take a break. I like doing videos. I like doing videos. I like working on projects. I wanna do projects. I enjoy it. During Dorohedoro season 2, motion preparation for season 3. No, seriously? Very nice the first season. Yeah, I heard that. I already made Dorohedoro merch. I don't need to make more of it. I'm gonna be selling it for the first time in Hyper Japan. We'll see how it actually sells. But if you end up watching T1 too, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm like weirdly into weeds right now, even though that show is so fucking sexual, man. It's actually insane. The best description of it is Breaking Bad for women. It's literally Breaking Bad for women, but the most like insane sexual shit happens in it. Like everybody's so fucking freaky in it. I'm kind of like, you may need to calm down. I don't know what the writers were on, but everybody in that show is so freaky. It's like stressing me out a little bit because they will like full on have like scenes where they will like be actually showing people doing it, not even like implied, and I'm like, okay. Breaking ice. I wish, man, I wish there was ice in here. No, weed is about a lady who's like selling weed though. So her felony is a bit less than selling meth, but she's still pretty fucking bad. I didn't realize there were, you know, such serious people in the weed business, because you always hear about it, like, because the reputation is that it's quite harmless and stuff like that, you know. But people kill each other over weed too. It's kind of crazy. And territory and shit like that. It's kind of insane. They're trying to encourage the youth. Oh, they're trying to encourage all ages, man. Like everybody in that show is getting freaky. I need to know who like the target audience was. But yeah, it's cool. Like the story and the writing is pretty good, and I like that it's quite like women-centered for once. I think it is quite interesting. It's from 2005, which is like kind of crazy as well. But you know, it's about this woman like struggling like with her family. It's so crazy though, because unlike Walter White, who has like hid it from his family fairly successfully and from everybody fairly successfully for a while, this lady. What show is it again? Weeds. It's literally called Weeds from like 2005. This lady, like at this point, the whole town knows she's dealing weed, okay? And her children know, and they help her with it. Like it's a family business now. Like everybody fucking knows what she's doing, and she keeps getting into trouble. And she had this messy affair with a DEA agent, and then he got killed. And you know what she did after they found his body and buried him? She found his ex-wife and befriended her. I'm like, what are you doing, girl? And that lady was like, I literally know who you are. Why are you like trying to be friends with me? You were like my husband's last girlfriend. I don't like you. Like, what are you talking about? And I'm just like, girl, what are you doing? She drew like a sketch of her and she gave it to her, and I'm like, why are you giving her a sketch of her? It was legalized, so it's chiller now. So what you're saying is we should legalize meth. That a family deals together, stays together. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I don't know, we'll see how it ends, but she's actively becoming like Walter White. She's actively becoming like a worse and worse of a person. It's like her descension into a villain, which I really like shows where the character is like gradually getting worse. I actually really enjoy negative character development for the protagonist. I like those kind of stories. You don't really see that very often, I feel like, in media. Usually it's more like positive character development, you know? It really sounds insane. She is. And so there was like this really crazy moment in the last episode I watched, where she like put a knife to the throat of one of her neighbors who was trying to threaten her because she knew that she's selling drugs. And I feel like it's like very weird, like sensual lesbian scene. She was like, she kind of was, she pushed her to a countertop in her kitchen, grabbed a knife, put it to her neck, and then her face was like super close. Their faces were like really close together, and she starts whispering like, if you tell anyone about this, I will kill you. And I was like, okay, that's kind of gay, man. That's literally kind of gay. But I don't know, I think it's good. I'm enjoying it. You should watch Dark Wind. It's a really good cop drama focused around the Navajo Sheriff's Department. Is it on Netflix? I'm sorry, I'm evil. I only really watch stuff that's on Netflix. Or if my mom really wants me to watch something, I will sometimes watch it as well. I don't know. I'm like really slow to watch stuff that's not on Netflix because Netflix is just really convenient for me. I'll write it down now. I'll Google it. Dark Winds. 2022 and already has 4 seasons? They've been on that grind. Is it finished? Oh, it is on Netflix? Okay. I've never seen it on there. Oh, it's not like Netflix exclusive, but to America or something like that, because I have never noticed it, and I do watch. I just like browse Netflix for funsies sometimes. Did your mom watch Widow's Bay? Yeah, she has actually. She really enjoyed it. She said it was really good, but she said that she didn't like that it ended, implying that there was gonna be like another season, and she also wished there was like more to it. I'm not sure what she didn't like because she was trying like not to spoil it, but she said that like she wished there was like a bit more stuff in it before it ended. And she said it ended feeling like there's gonna be like more of it. It's an AMC show, it doesn't mean anything to me. But yeah, I will give it a watch eventually. It's not on Netflix though, so that's gonna take me a while. I gotta get on that Russian. I gotta go hack on the Russian website. There's so much to unpack for another season. Oh man. It annoys me though when like I watch something that's very new and then there's like so many questions but not enough answers, so then I gotta wait. I cannot wait for more Pluribus, man. I'm so excited. You guys know what's horrible AI generated like movie summaries that people keep posting on social media? They annoy me so much and they keep popping up. And it's like this AI voiceover over a movie, and just like it narrates everything that happens. It's like a movie. A woman went to the grocery store, but everybody was dead, and she walked out, and everybody was dead. That was so strange. What is going on in this movie? And it was like, oh my god, stop! They're so annoying. And the other day I saw somebody reposted, and they were like, they got Pluribus. And it was fucking AI summarizing a random in the middle episode of Pluribus of like no context at all, where she finds the milk cartons in the trash and she starts trying to like investigate what is like in the milk cartons and why there are so many of them. They must always have the wrong name. They like literally take stuff out of context, I think, and just like use like a shock value description to like make it sound more sensational, but actually like it's literally like not even like an accurate representation of the movie. And like for a TV show like Pluribus, so basically it's like she found a bunch of milk cartons in her trash. So she started wondering what's going on. She did lots of investigating. She found the barcode, and then she found the address of the warehouse. And then she went to the warehouse and tried to like see what's like inside the milk cartons. And then what she found was like really shocking. And I was like, what are you talking about? And it's so fucking annoying. Because I was like, you know what? Let's see the comments. Like, surely everybody in the comments is like, are you stupid? But everybody in the comments was like, why is there nobody around? Why are there no people? How did she just waltz into a warehouse? How does she have all the free time to do all this investigating? What the hell is going on? I'm like, are you fucking stupid? Go watch the fucking show. I can't believe people are actually watching them and then like seriously like critically engaging with it and blaming the show for the fact for like lacking information when they haven't seen the show and just watch an out of context AI generated video. Man, those AI content forums must be making actual bank. It's not even funny. Like, it's deeply upsetting for me to think about, but they're probably making like so much money from those stupid AI generated like movie summaries. But yeah, it actually like pissed me off, man. I was like, do not bring pluribus into this bullshit. The reason is because she's the only one who didn't get infected by the alien mind virus. Oh, Aaron, 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 you tell that to them, not to me. Why are you explaining that to me, man? I know, I've seen the show. People who watch those like critical thinking to look up the show, and they never say like the name of the thing. They never mention the name of the show or the name of the character or anything like that. So like, how is anybody supposed to actually find it? It's like anti-marketing for TV. It's like anti-marketing for television and movies. It's actually kind of crazy. Hello Boris, Lara, first stream. Hello, how are you? I just got home. I was literally about to end stream. I'm actually thinking of ending because it's 11 PM already and it's hot still. I'm gonna have to open the window and let my neighbors stare at me for a bit. Unfortunately. But I wanna get some of that evening air in. So yeah, I'm actually gonna start wrapping up now. But guys, guess what? There's gonna be a Friday stream and a Saturday stream. I'm spoiling you. And then next week there's gonna be nothing. Maybe Wednesday stream next week. I will see what I can do. Maybe Wednesday stream next week, but I'm not like 100% sure. I'm not promising anything, unfortunately. Sorry guys. Don't send me the crying emoji. There'll be a Fallout New Vegas stream tomorrow. What should we do in Fallout New Vegas? People keep telling me about vaults, but then when I say, okay, point me to a vault, suddenly everybody goes real quiet. People are like, oh, maybe you should try a vault. And I'm like, okay, where are the vaults? And then nobody fucking says anything. Nothing. How will we survive next week? I'll do my best. I'll do my best to do Wednesday, but no promises. Fallout New Vegas. Don't stress yourself out worrying about us. We will survive. I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about the analytics. I don't see you guys as individuals with feelings. I see you as number go up, and then the numbers don't go up. I'm sad. It's just the truth. Maybe the evil plant world. Well, where is it? I can give you some vault locations. See, guys? That's a real friend right there. But yeah, Fallout New Vegas tomorrow and then some more Pragmata on Saturday. Do you remember the building with stairs at the strip area, Lara? You can go in there and get to McCarran that way. Building with stairs at the strip? No, I don't remember that, but I'll look. What's McCarran? Is that the evil plant vault place? Dang, reduced to mere analytics? So true. Capitalism has infected the VTubing space. We're just numbers to Veva. So true. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. I do it all for you. I do it all for you, and sometimes for me. Mostly for me, but also for you a little bit. NCR base, lots of quests there. Okay. You talk to the guy in the NPC New Vegas base? Not the NPC New Vegas base to get to the evil plant vault mission? Okay, so I have to go to the NCR base and talk to somebody there. Okay. And we'll give me a location to the plant vault. Okay, I will talk to every guy in that building until I get information on the plant vault. Hopefully it won't end. No, NPC is funnier though. That's what I called them last time. Hopefully it won't be like that one casino I walked into and then completely butchered the quest. I should get into the habit of like saving and reloading more so I don't lock myself, like how I locked myself out and just killed that lady who was buying you chips. Sorry, selling you chips. It's kind of messed up that I did that. How am I supposed to gamble now? Maybe it's for the best. Gambling in that game really doesn't bring you anything. Okay guys, I am gonna head to bed now. Thank you so much for coming today, even though it's on my usual stream day. I appreciate it. Thank you for chatting with me. It was nice to just have like a tangent stream where I can just talk and not get like too distracted by the game and stuff like that, so we can actually maybe make some progress on the game now that I'm all talked out. Tomorrow and on Saturday, but no promises. I might still talk about everything and nothing at the same time. I mean, for a funny clip though. True. True. I hope the sun doesn't get you. Actually, I live in the Outer Wilds universe. I have 20 minutes to live. But that's okay, because then I'll just wake up again. I'm kind of in this time loop situation right now. Pray for me. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. I will see you all tomorrow for Fallout New Vegas. Yay! Bye-bye! Have a good night, everybody!